Sit down. Everybody remain seated where you are.
Hey, man, are you putting me on?
Yeah.
Kid, why isn't alcohol made illegal? Flowers and grass. Like juice freaks get hangers and cirrhosis in the liver. Besides, grass doesn't have it for me like alcohol. Besides, that cigarette much worse. Right, man. What message you want?
Have a party. There's nothing wrong with grass. Yeah. 1,000 times. You'll never go to harder drugs.
Don't take any films of me. You're not going to use them anyway.
Well, speak your mind then.
Okay, I will. No one has the right to tell me what I can do with my own body, what I can eat, drink, or smoke. This is a free country, and no one has the right to take away my constitutional rights.
It's the Hoosier Sophisticate Show. Question all the things that you know. Steve likes the weed. Steve likes the weed. Tell you about DMT. The DMT. Hoosier Sophisticate Show. The Hoosier Sophisticate Show. Hoosiers with the dream. Sophisticated blasphemy. It's the Hoosier Sophisticate Show. Question all the things that you know. So let's set our minds free for the singularity. It's the Hoosier Sophisticate Show. The Hoosier Sophisticate Show. Good morning, Hoosiers. I'm here. It's time to start your day off right with a little morning meditation brought to you by your friends, Hoosier Sophisticate.
Good morning, Hoosier Sophisticate land. Today we're going to do a little gratitude meditation. Again, if you're driving to work, not the best time to close your eyes or completely phase out of what you're doing. But if you're at your desk, at your cubicle, maybe you're still in bed at home, maybe you're sitting at your little breakfast nook having a nice little cup of coffee, I join you. I ask you to join me in this gratitude meditation. Begin by sitting or lying in a comfortable position, placing your palms facing upwards, letting your shoulders roll back slightly to open up your chest, and gently closing your eyes as you just focus on your breath. Notice how it flows naturally without you even needing to do anything to it. It's always keeping you alive, bringing in nutrients on the inhale and releasing stale old energy on the exhale. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to work at it. Your body just does this for you. It is life-giving. Let yourself feel a sense of appreciation for your ability to breathe. How wonderful is it? How easy, effortless, and natural, saying out louder in your mind, thank you, to the air, to your lungs, to your breath. Take a nice, deep, slow inhale through your nose, feeling your stomach expand, holding your breath at the top, and when you're ready, Exhale with a sigh. Let your awareness travel from your breath as you let your breath just be natural to thinking about your body in general. Your ability to be here right now, practicing this meditation, all the different working components in your body that are making this possible right now. There is so much to appreciate. Let your cells begin to infuse with feelings of appreciation for your body. Think about all the things your body enables you to do that you love, no matter how big or small. It could be as simple as hugging someone you love, eating a favorite meal. We're simply just being here right now. We often take our bodies for granted, but in this moment, you honor it. You well up with feelings of appreciation for all that it does. Feel the appreciation flowing around and within you. And now let your awareness travel to a person or an animal that you are so appreciative for. Doesn't matter if you know this person, just anyone who gives you feelings of gratitude. Let yourself think about all the reasons why you appreciate them. Where does this feeling of gratitude live within you? What does it feel like? Take this feeling with you as you bring your awareness back to the room around you. Opening your eyes whenever you're ready.
Are you ready for your morning motivation? You can't do anything. Oh, hey guys. Hey guys. How's everybody doing? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Craig. Good morning, Hoosiers. Good morning, Ken. Good morning, Jenny. Morning, Ross. Good morning, Jennifer. You can listen to this on Periscope, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, maybe? Twitch? Yeah, I think
maybe, sure.
It was on Twitch yesterday. Craig, great job.
Thanks, man. Yeah, thanks.
with the inspirational words every morning or the meditation every morning.
It's just time to get our minds right, bud. So it's time to start our days in a new way, pal.
I had this damn thing up, and you close the damn app sometimes, and then you want to save something on Facebook. You just let your phone go. You let it go for 1 second. You come back to it. It's like it starts reloading everything. You'll never find a damn thing again. I got a quote.
Tell me when you're about ready.
I got a quote from Teddy Roosevelt.
You got a quote from Teddy Roosevelt?
Yeah.
It said,
"What the fuck is up with Facebook, man?"
That's what Teddy Roosevelt was known. Facebook really grinded his gears.
He did not like Facebook. He hated Zuckerberg. He hated likes. He said it works without likes.
I want to do this again though too. So whenever you have it,
yeah, I got it.
Okay, hang on 1 second. Here we go.
Are you ready for your morning motivation? You can't do anything. It's not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how strong the man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man or woman who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly,
who errs, who becomes short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcoming. But what does actually strive to do the deeds? Who knows great enthusiasms, great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat. I may speak small, but I carry a big stick. Didn't he say something like that? I got that from Looney Tunes.
Yeah. Sure.
When they would do like an impersonation of Teddy Roosevelt, they would say that. So that's where I'm getting that quote from. Don't know if he ever said that.
Looney Tunes?
Yeah, they would do like a Teddy. Remember Teddy Roosevelt would show up in Looney Tunes every once in a while?
Every now and then.
Weird deal.
Yeah.
Weird deal.
The one thing I like about Teddy Roosevelt, because there's not a lot, I do not like a lot.
Come on.
I do not like him.
Come on.
Punch him right in his nose.
He did all the forests and
I'd
national
sock him
parks.
right in his nose.
You would not. He would destroy you.
I would sock Teddy Roosevelt right in his nose.
No, sir.
I'd sock him right in the kisser.
No, you would not. I wouldn't let you.
No, what I was getting at is one thing that I really did appreciate about him was like after he had already had the country's favorability, he decided to just start his own party. He's like, hey, you guys are dipshits.
What did he do?
I'm the Bull Moose Party now. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. You two keep sniffing each other's farts. I'm a different thing. I'm the Bull Moose.
He did that?
100%.
What was his party?
The Bull Moose Party.
Shut your mouth. Why have I never heard of that, right? Why have, like, that's an amazing thing. Wouldn't that be great? Because we got to see, I don't know how much of the debate you watched last night, and we have a morning show, so I feel like we should touch on this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Watched it, got kicked out of the Fox 2 News group for asking people if they had tried DMT and maybe...
Progressive Party.
Okay. So maybe your gif of the Ultimate Warrior running down the aisle is my favorite thing in the entire. You can't do it any justice. That dude is sprinting. He is going 100 miles an hour. It is. I love wrestling.
That had to be a Royal Rumble.
No, I don't. Probably not. That's a dude just coming out to help his bud, dude. That's just a guy. Just Royal Rumble, possibly Royal Rumble. You're coming into Royal Rumble that hot.
You're damn right. I
You're
am.
coming into the Rumble
you
that
throw
hot.
me out of this ring. I'm coming in like a missile. I'm coming in like a missile.
I see you got to kind of strut your way up there because then everyone kind of, oh no, this guy's coming.
Yeah, like
he's coming
the
everywhere.
The thing is like you don't want to expend any extra energy than you need to. You have to fight a bunch of other 300-pound, muscle-bound men and keep them from throwing you out of a ring. And it's real.
They're really trying to throw you out. They could at any time. It's
any
combat sport. It's a combat sport.
You're going to use your energy sprinting? I appreciate that. Go ahead.
So I'm watching this. I'm watching this debate on Fox 2 Facebook.
Okay.
They got about 25G people watching them. I was like, whoa, that seems like a lot. It seems like a lot of people. Because we get about 6. And it's pretty, it's about the same.
Well, that just shows you.
Shows you
what kind of world
we're going to have to do a debate. We're going to have to do a debate. So the first debate, I thought it was some sort of, Biden was on some sort of string set, like a marionette, and he was just kind of doing one of these all over the place. That's the way I felt.
You mean Mike Pence?
No, I'm talking about the first debate.
I got
the
you.
first
Yeah,
debate.
yeah.
Or like he was being puppeteered, and a couple questions, he started answering something, and I'm like, that's not necessarily the answer. And you can tell when politicians will do that. Pence did it 30 times last night. Where
I watched them
He's
both.
like, oh, hey.
I watched them ask, what's your favorite color? And they're like, well, bacon's good.
Well, you got to support the troops.
The thing
I don't know why she
like
doesn't
bacon.
support the troops. Bacon helps with the troops. She doesn't like bacon. She hates troops.
Yeah, but what color do you like?
Yeah, I know. That's it. That's how that shit goes. So, and then the whole Trump interrupting thing. So the first debate, I don't think anyone.
I was just embarrassed.
It was embarrassing.
Just embarrassing.
If you and a buddy had been on TV like that,
can you imagine being at like a
feel so
grand
bad.
family reunion? Like, let's call it like a christening. So like both sides of
Christening.
both sides of the family are together at the park. You're barbecuing a little something.
Voodoo mystery crap.
You know. You're hanging out, both sides of the family, and all of a sudden, your two grandfathers just start slugging it out.
Yeah, embarrassing.
It's embarrassing.
One's yelling over the other one. And
they're both saying the dumbest shit.
Yeah, the one is obviously he's not as sharp as he used to be.
He ain't as good as he wants.
He got lost a few weeks ago.
100%.
And now he's here arguing at
Yes.
Lime Park with the
What's
other grandma.
going on?
No.
That's why we did it at Lime Park. So the grandpas could slug it out.
And no
They
one
actually
bats
have-
an eye.
There's like, it's the only place where a couple of geriatrics can just beat on each other, and the Lime people are like, taking bets.
Yeah. And then they kissed afterwards. Yeah, it was cool to see.
That's about how weird
see
it was.
your grandpa's kiss. You ever seen your grandpa's kiss? So the first debate, I was not impressed, not at all.
Anybody that
Not-
was, I want their citizenship.
There are people, though.
I want their citizenship rescinded.
Send 'em out.
I want it rescinded, revoked, whatever. Good morning, Zach Smith.
Zach Smith's got a show going right now too. Follow his show.
With V.
I watched a little bit.
With Big V.
Big V. Zach and Big V.
Zach and Big V.
What is
I got it.
review? Yeah, we'll get it. Zach, you can even put the link up there. if you
Yeah,
want
post
to.
it, Zach. Pimp your shit, baby.
Craig, I'm going in. That is the best. So I see a couple of your comments. My first one was,
the best.
"Hey guys, what's up? Anybody here tried DMT?" No, like just ripping off Rogan a little bit, just seeing
Sure.
what I get. No one really pays much attention.
They're not paying the druggies any attention.
Then
They thought we were crazy.
I know. And they're going, people are watching the same thing. People in their homes are watching the same thing.
Yep, that's
and
right.
one guy says, ooh, Kamala is crushing him.
I didn't see that debate.
And then the other one, a lady would come back with, oh, Pence is working the microphone like a young Sam Cooke right now, okay? She's comparing
Live in Harlem.
Yeah, she's comparing Mike Pence to Sam Cooke in his prime in Harlem. You can't do that.
No, you can't.
You can't.
I also did not see that debate.
So that debate was happening in some people's heads.
I know.
That was happening.
I'm aware.
That's why I asked him if maybe they've broken down their constructs ever. Just, I don't know, have you tried psilocybin
I'm
mushrooms?
asking people all the time.
Have you tried to maybe destroy that part in your head that sees it as your team,
The
their team?
Artisans of Dank.
That's not what your thing
You
is.
just changed the name.
Yeah,
on
that's
Zach.
a
Now
new
you're
name.
making us
Yeah,
look
the
like a
Artisans of Dan.
goddamn idiot.
The Artisans
Of Dan K?
Of Dan K. Oh, cool.
Cool, I like that.
I like Dan K. Yeah, Dan K is good people. So I just thought this debate, I knew they'd probably try to tone it down, and God bless the moderator. God, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?
Why can't we cut mics? We can't get our fucking mic. I mean, all I gotta do is press a button.
That's as simple as that. You can press two buttons.
They're on. Okay.
Ooh. Yeah, you
Making
did
sure
it, you did it.
we're making sure we weren't going to avoid
First
again.
40 minutes.
Not bad though. Not bad.
So I knew
Top
they'd
shelf, that's what it's called.
I knew they'd do it. Yeah, top shelf with Zachy V and
Big V.
Big Zachy. You'll look it up. I'm bad with names. So the moderator has to. The moderator.
Top shelf with Big V and Zach.
There it is. Follow them. The Artisans of Dank. The Artisans of Dank. Like the Renegades of Funk.
Yeah,
You got it? Okay,
I
cool.
knew you were going. All I could hear was Tom Morello playing in my head.
Oh, cool. So then I knew the moderator's got to go, hey, gotta smash a table. One time my kid's wife woke up in the middle of the night. Twice. The first time, I'm like, hey, everybody calm down. I don't want to get everybody's heart rate up at night. So
a bad time.
I'm a peacekeeper. Hey, guys.
You're Wyatt
can we
Earp.
stop? Yeah, I'm just here. Look at the badge, fella. See the mustache.
See the mustache.
I'm doing things.
Look at the badge.
I'm a man.
I'm dealing cards.
Don't piss me off.
at all.
They get up a second time, and Jenny walks in there. She's hot. She ran in there like I know.
Like the Ultimate Warrior.
She did. So now they're all yelling at each other. So I had to come in there, and I'm thinking this on the way in. I'm half asleep. I'm like, I'm going to go in there. I'm just going to smash that little kids table they have.
Damn right.
I'm just going to,
Damn right.
to male lion
Your kids
roar.
should at least, I don't want them to live in fear. But
No.
They should
know.
you.
They should know.
They should fear you.
I'm a very good person because my mom used to say, oh, wait till your dad gets home.
The worst thing you could hear as a kid.
What? Wait till Dad gets home. I gotta sit in this for 3 more hours while Dad
it's worse
toils
than-
at a job he
It's worse
hates.
than anything you could ever imagine.
Right up there is, I'll call your dad at work.
Oh, dude, my dad. I remember that she would do that anyway.
No, she wouldn't.
Oh yeah,
Your mom would call your
and then
dad.
my dad would be like, "Hey, you little dickhead, if I have to leave this job to come home and deal with you because you don't know how to get your shit together,
Yeah, I know.
I'm going to
Destroyer of
kill
worlds.
you.
I am the
I
Bhagavad
will
Gita.
kill you. I'm Kali."
Yes, yeah, the destroyer of worlds.
All right, Pop, Jesus.
Yeah, okay. I drew on the table. I'm
put a
sorry.
I spilled some milk.
Don't cry over it, dude. So the moderator's got to come in there and be able to smash a table like I did that night.
Give her a button.
Because I went there and I double-handed it. I knew I had this going through my head before I went. Boom! I didn't smash it into pieces like I had wanted to.
Broke your hand in 4 places.
Well, no, I was like, God, that should
Metatarsals laying on the floor.
like that should have done it. No, a piece of wood splintered up and then in the jug.
It's like,
You did this.
and you're with
You
your
did
last
this.
dying words. You look at them and you say, "Maybe now you won't act like an asshole at bedtime." I'm now dying. Remember this face. Remember this
I
face.
never will forgive you ever.
Yeah.
So I just think the moderator's got to be able to smash. I broke the table,
thought I
but
wanted
the cover held it
I
together.
thought I wanted them to have
Just to
a
clear that up.
a mic cut, just cut their mics. I would rather
Cut the mics.
I'll give you a Ravishing Rick Rude if you want a Ravishing
I
Rick
do,
Rude.
obviously. I want
Cut the music. Now that's exactly, we need Rick Rude. May he rest in peace. We need him moderating the bank. He
That would
stands
be
up and
good.
says, what I need is for each of you diminutive, dumpy DC dickheads to sit down. And he's undressing. While I show your women what a real man looks like. That's what I need. No, but more than anything.
Oh, God, you really
Yeah, I
unbuttoned
was
that
really-
shirt.
yeah, I
That
got
is
so
hot.
bud. I
That
got
is
so
hot. If you
hot.
guys are
It's
just
more-
listening to this on the podcast,
Yeah.
because you can find us everywhere.
All the podcasts.
All the podcast places.
You can.
Craig got naked.
I started to. I'm feeling it. I'm
good.
feeling it. But more than
But-
cutting the mics, I wanted to have the whole thing that my kids torture me with, which is
Yes.
give them that and keep hitting it until they shut the fuck up. Just
I saw someone mention shock collars too. Which,
That wouldn't be
That's
bad.
not bad. I thought
That
of
would
too.
not be bad.
Yeah, or like a trap door.
get
you talk
one
too long,
around the
you go.
scrot and one on the leg.
Oh, where else you gonna put them?
Where else are you going to put them?
That's
Steve, on
silly.
this day in history, Charles the
We
Ball.
already. I love that you just break right. I have more hot takes on the debate.
We're
on the
going back to it
podcast.
in the year 876.
You're weaving those in. You're a magic man with that shit.
The year 876 AD. Charles the Bald is defeated at the Battle of Andernach.
Charles de Gaulle.
Charles the Bald. The
Who's
Shorn.
Charles the Bald?
The Shorn. he was like a porpoise.
He's just slithering his way through the battlefield
Morning
because he has
Keisha.
no hair.
Yeah, he's just a hairless.
He was hairless.
conqueror.
Do you know him?
Charles the Bald. Actually,
Have you ever heard of him?
You're welcome, V. You're welcome, pal. We're trying to tell everybody go check out Top Shelf.
Virtual reality, McClanahan. That guy's not even a real human. Virtual insanity, futures native. Oh, that's a good one.
Dude, Jamiroquai.
that video where he was like walking around.
Probably the coolest music video of the 90s.
Probably that
One of
hat.
them. If man, I got we can do that later.
Anyone else wears that hat? I'll need
kill
them.
the-
I'll need them in the
That's
face.
not fair because there
No,
was
it
a hot
is.
minute
It
school
is.
picnics where you could win them, like
The Dr. Seuss hats, and I wanted to punch every one of
Everybody
those
that had 'em.
kids.
You're just a
I'm a destroyer of
you're
world.
a killjoy.
I'm a killer.
No,
I'm kidding. I
worlds
love
were
them.
Joy, you would destroy them.
Whatever.
Why do you
Whatever.
hate Cat in the Hat hats?
You just look like an ass.
You do. You do. I got a green one because of Green Day.
That's fine.
I got a green
That's
and white
fine.
one, and
you know what?
I wore it for a lip sync.
You know what? You're fine. You're right. You're fine.
Charles the Bald is Jesse Hickman's sack.
I've seen your sack. It is hairy, dude.
Let's be. He's not that distinguished. He's a Charlie at best.
Yeah, totally.
He's a Chuck the Bald.
Yeah, Chuck.
He's
definitely
not a Charles. He's
Hey,
not,
Chucky.
Yeah, your bag not wearing a monocle.
Fucking
Jesse.
Chucky. God, I love that. Man, I should have moved to
Coffee's hitting this morning.
to that place where they speak Welsh, Wales. I should have moved there long time ago.
Like Sean Connery.
Oh man, is that the best accent?
He's the best Bond.
No,
He's the best Bond.
no.
I listen.
Pierce Brosnan is the best.
Pierce
Bond.
was a great one.
Pierce
is number 3 on my list.
Oof, Pierce, man.
Number 3 on my list.
Not a lot of ladies.
And
Yaya loved Pierce Brosnan.
To no fault of his own, his movies they struggle a little bit compared to some of the others. But when it comes to Bond, like who is Bond? It's Sean Connery.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. But I am really excited.
I like them all. Oh, dude, can we break that news? Tom Hardy's the new James Bond.
Did you break that? I think people have known that for a while. But turn off your TV if you don't want a spoiler alert for the next Bond.
It's not even a spoiler. He's coming on hot. I don't know how they're going to get his traps in a tuxedo.
I bet his cum is definitely hot. A morning Hoosier says, Elise says hi. Keisha says hi.
Elise always gets in here in time for bodily
right
fluids.
there,
Debates.
right at the time. On this day in history.
Charles the Bald really took us for a detour there.
Yeah, what was... you thought he was going to tie in. I thought you were going to...
Not even kind of. No. I just wanted to throw in we got a lot to get through today. I just wanted to get to Charles
We went
the
3
Bald.
hours and 15 minutes yesterday, guys.
Charles the Bald was a king, by the way. He was a king.
Yeah, duh. Everybody knows
9th
that.
century king.
Everybody knows
West
that.
Francia.
Yeah, duh. Everybody knows that. Everybody, that's the kind of information you get here on Hoosier Sophisticate. Because we're on Facebook and Twitter.
We are on every day, Jesse Hickman, 7 to 10 a.m.
He knows this isn't a repeat. We're talking directly to him. We're talking directly to him.
Maybe
Do you not get how this works?
We just talk about nicknaming his bag Charlie every show.
Chucky?
Oh,
Chucky the Bald?
Chucky the
It's
Bald.
not bald.
Bald-ish.
So I watched the debate, and yeah, it was two politicians or whatever. Two people who are pretty good at their... God, I thought you really actually farted, and that sounded wet.
That's just what they're doing.
It's two people who don't care about you posturing back and forth. I would love a good... I turned to Jen, wonderful Jen, yesterday, and I said, Jen, wouldn't it be weird if two intelligent people got up on stage and one held one set of beliefs, but ultimately wanted what's best for the country? The other one held a slightly different set of beliefs, wanted what's best for the country. And then the debate was more or less a conversation of... Has that ever been a thing? Or is it always got him?
Well, they're dumb. But I honestly do blame, like, for the longest time, debate moderators, news outlets, and things like that. Why is it that we're answering the same 4 questions every
what
4
is
years?
up with
I
that?
don't care what your position on abortion is.
What is
I
up?
don't care what your position on climate change. I don't care. I honestly don't.
They have hot button things.
I
that they
honestly
go back
don't
to.
care about those 4 things.
Dude, but
because
people
your
were
answers don't change.
People were mentioning abortion all over the feed. That was
They're dumb.
and climate change.
And so, like, I can answer your question, what it would be like to have... Donald Trump said something the other day that he meant this after the debate that was an absolute train wreck. He said, they're going to miss me when I'm gone. They've never seen ratings like this for a debate.
That was the most poignant thing that came out of everything that happened.
And he's right. The craziest thing
1,000,000%
he's right. And the worst part about that is when you put William F. Buckley and Gore Vidal up there, you're not going to get 30,000 people on every different Facebook channel that's airing it. You're not going to get that. And you're not going to be able to market to those people or anything else.
God, that's pathetic.
And it is so pathetic. It is so pathetic. Can you imagine? Like, dude, I really do just wonder, like, if you had a time machine, like, and you could go as far back in the past as you could go. There's so many cool moments to go and check out and be a part of the Renaissance. But I would love to sit in ancient Greece with the Platos and the Hippocrates and, you know, Aristotle, Socrates, all these guys, and just hear them hash out what this thing is that we're doing. I'm not saying it didn't get, you know.
Oh, sure.
It got chippy. It got chippy.
There wasn't advertising to sell, though, for the meetings.
And maybe there was. It just it wasn't so simple as just mining our data and being able to turn. Have you watched the Eggsy's the guy's name? It's a movie where it's like a gosh dang it.
Give me some more.
They're British, like secret spies. They're named after Lancelot's Knights of the Round.
Oh, Extraordinary Gentleman League of
It's not that, but it's the gentleman,
club, something club,
King's Gentleman,
Kingsman.
Thank you,
Kingsman. The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Yeah,
where
not
did
bad.
that
Not
come
bad.
I haven't thought of that movie. What?
I'm forgetting a bit where I was. Oh, so there's a scene where like the Lex Luthor of the movie is like they're giving away everybody these cell phones, right? They're giving. Oh, thank you. Yeah.
There you go. Take a mess. Native
They're
hemp.
giving away these free cell phones to everybody. People were lined up around the block to get this new free cell phone, free internet. And then what they do is they can turn up this frequency that eventually drives people into a homicidal rage. And what? It's like, like when you're watching it, it seems like a super goofy thing that leads to this gratuitous, violent scene. But it's not. Yeah, Samuel L. Jackson is the bad guy. When he's great, by the way. But it leads to this gratuitous violence scene. You're like, oh, that was a little over the top. But then you see how simple and stupid these questions are. You know?
Yeah.
And you see how people are, like you said, my feed was half filled with, man, Pence really got her. And boy, was Pence. Did you see the fly in his hair? Like,
yeah, that was amazing. He's obviously evil.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah, no,
Clearly.
seriously.
And I'm sitting here and I'm like, well.
It landed on his eye at one point, just right, and he didn't blink.
Yeah, I
landed on his
Aeon
eyeball.
Flux caught it in between his
That's
eyelashes.
exactly it.
My feed was split right down the middle of people that thought Kamala won and Pence won.
Yeah.
And all I can think is about how badly I lost.
Oh, yeah.
That's all I can think about.
Yeah, we're fine. We're doing fine, though.
We're fine. So
I'm telling yourself that.
My last comment after I went in like a warrior was, guys, I thought I could stick around for the whole thing. Turns out I got an appointment. All of the neighbors on my block are lining up and kicking me in the bag. That sounds like a better thing to do than this.
I had an option to do either one.
I'm choosing
I'm
the
going
bag
outside. I'll be back.
And I wish I had like the whole thing because I was like, if this is how you choose to spend your time, like I was like, I hope you find something to smile about this evening. I hope your kid, the thought of your children or grandkids makes you so happy that you realize that this is all a farce.
Yep, it's all show.
Why are you participating in this? And I don't want people to be apathetic towards the election process, the political thing. I just want you to care all the time, not in September of 2000 of an election year. I just don't because you don't know anything. You're dumb. None of us know anything. You only know what they're telling you. Like, find some principles that you stand for, and then campaign for those things. Then find the people that most closely align with that, because that is not what the majority of people are doing. It's not.
No.
And like, find something you stand for. For me, I'm not a single issue voter, but the drug war is a huge thing for me.
They talked about weed, didn't
The lion ass mother liars.
I missed that part. What'd they say?
Well, Kamala talks about how they're going to decriminalize underneath Joe Biden's which I don't care what you have to say. I don't care what you have to say because you're a liar.
Yeah, I know.
You're a liar.
Yep.
And furthermore, your actions have never supported the fact that you are for decriminalization or anything otherwise. And I'm not piling on Kamala here. To hell with both of you on this stage on this issue. You're awful. You're awful human beings when it comes to putting people in cages for nonviolent crimes.
Yep.
I don't want to hear your story.
Yep.
I don't want to hear it.
Yep.
And
no one up there stood for getting people out of prison over
I don't wanna hear
a war on drugs. No way, man. Will we ever hit a tipping point where most of the crowd is watching a debate like that and seeing what a farce it is?
And they just start throwing rotten vegetables.
That'd be awesome.
It would be awesome.
That's cool. Like,
Because
that's
it should
old
happen.
school.
It's old school.
Yeah.
And you know what that is? That's what is that mechanism? Like, that is instant feedback for how full of shit you are.
Yeah, for real.
You're not going to be validated by empty internet avatars or anything else. You got a rotten tomato flying at your head, you fucking liar.
It simplifies everything.
Clean it up.
It really simplifies.
It simplifies it. There was some shit we had figured out. I'm hawking a leak at you. All right.
And food's scarce around here.
Food is scarce, and I'm throwing the stinky at you. I got the Limburger for real. I got the real Limburger.
Oh yeah, stinky cheese.
Yeah, the stinky
man.
cheese.
Wow,
12 to 6,
dude.
but I'm dropping
God
on your head.
Dang, buddy, you look like Brett Saberhagen out there.
Thank you. I'd have been left-handed if I was Brett Saber.
Yeah, I know, but it looked like a reverse model.
What the fuck? Am I still stepping with my left leg? There we go.
This is how you throw with your left.
How you throw with your left?
Yeah, it's we gotta right the ship or something.
I'll tell you what. I mean, something like Belgrade in 1690. It was retaken by the Turks. They righted the ship. The Turks took Belgrade back
in
1690.
1690. Turks took Belgrade back. Where's Belgrade?
Ireland? I don't
No,
know. That's Belfast.
Where's Belgrade?
Serbia.
Man,
Makes a lot more
Serbia
sense
had
than
a
Turks.
lot going on.
There's a lot of unrest.
We
We were talking about this yesterday. You kind of, matter of fact, I think it is a moment in today's history, but it is. I'm pretty sure it is. Hang on one second here.
I'm all over World War
I'm going
I.
to jump forward here for a second because it matters. I think it took place in the 90s. Not Serbia, but in that region. In 91, on this day in history, Croatia voted to sever its ties with Yugoslavia. And you looked at me like I had a dick growing out of my forehead.
I'm still looking at you like that.
Buddy, my neighborhood, right there where Mikey and I grew up, Mike Ote lived over on Montana. I was right there on Bamberger. That little square on that side of Merrimack had 30, 40 Croatian families
and
that
you
came
did this
here.
with your census. You took a census. You did this
No,
yourself.
they went to my school. Like they were a part of our
and you
neighborhood.
counted them.
There was at least 40.
You rounded them up and counted them.
Yes. There are tried and true methods like throwing vegetables, Steve.
You're going old school today. Anyway. No, I don't understand what's quite going on Yugoslavia is not even a thing anymore.
No.
And then the Czech Republic and Czechoslovakia. I loved the name Czechoslovakia. I loved their national anthem. Back in the day, I had this little computer game that would play each country's national anthem.
Really?
It was Olympics. Yeah,
Kinda
I would
cool.
just sit there and listen to
everybody's.
Yeah,
dude. Yeah, the best Olympic game was the '98 Nagano games for Nintendo 64. Dude, one of the greatest games.
I don't even remember that.
We're just gonna have to rent it.
I
We're
like
gonna have to
the.
get it at Blockbuster
I
and
did
check it out.
have a cousin
Had the
with
track
the pad.
Track
with the
pad?
pad, yeah, where you could.
Did you actually run or did you?
you?
No, I know, but you could also.
No, my feet are faster than
Damn
that. No one
right.
could ever keep up with these.
Damn, good for you.
Yeah, dude, I wore a hole in that.
Good for you.
Wore a hole in it. I liked Nintendo back in the day. Yeah, I ran so fast. Yeah, I think if we can get to a point where it's not just two dickheads, and I think this,
No doubt.
You know, like
I'm
Trump
tired
said-
of two dickheads just.
Trump, it's ridiculous.
Who wants
For
to hear the same
2,
people
3 hours
a day?
Oh, gross.
Couple of assholes.
if we could get a couple just intelligent people up there just shooting ideas back and forth.
No doubt.
But no one, I don't know if it's partly our fault as the people, because it seems like we would rather watch this Saturday Night Live-esque sketch on stage rather than really dig deep in our own lives and think about the issues and maybe have some sort of change. I think we were talking about that yesterday, where change is kind of scary. So people, they're on the red team. These people are on the blue team. I know, but everybody's a loser in that game. That's the interesting thing about if this was a sport, if they were arm wrestling, if this was, not many of those games end in protest. I mean, sure, a few.
No doubt.
But at the end of the game, the score was 4-0. Okay. That team won. That team lost. At these debates, it's very much, we all have to understand that even though we're seeing the same thing, the exact same thing take place in front of us, that we're not seeing the same thing. We're not. Your experience and my experience.
We're getting feedback in real time that says we're not experiencing the same thing.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Which should make us all question reality.
That should make every one of us question what is real. That's exactly where I'm going with that. So once you come to that understanding that this is all constructs and this is all just what people's experiences and people's perspectives have led them to, now that it's just different than you, once you realize that, you should be able to come to an agreement that, yeah, we'll try some of your way, we'll try some. It's like the show The Island. Once you break people down to their core, you really start to figure out what drives a human. And it's right now we're so advanced, if you will. We're so advanced. We have all of this technology. We have all of these great ideas. We have all these things going on. If you can just break it down to, yeah, she's got some ideas, he's got some ideas, we're going to try some, but we're ultimately going to try to make life better for everybody. And they say that all the time. Hey, we're going to make life better for everybody. We're going to make Yeah, now with the technology we have, we can. That's kind of a pipe dream, but now we can. We can do that shit.
I want to give everybody I want you to pump up how, just give me, like, you're a politician. You're running for president, vice president, whatever.
I like this.
And I want you to, I'm running against you.
Okay.
And I want you to talk about how you're going, don't talk about me. I want you to talk about how you're going to make the country great.
Hello, my fellow Americans.
Yeah, give them a little, you know what, give them a little.
Are you ready for your morning motivation? You can't do anything.
Yield the floor to you, sir.
You can do anything. I'm running for president, right? I'm running for president. Okay, cool. Hold on, fucking Bill Clinton here. Hey, ladies and gentlemen. Here's my guy next to me, and even though he says things that hurt me, I still love him. Yeah, he's gonna make faces, that's just because he's been hurt before. And I'm gonna break you down with love. Break you down with love.
It's not true.
Look, you can't even help yourself. Let's work together. Let's work together.
What if you
and
weren't a
help
racist?
everyone out. Help everyone out. Who's your favorite songwriter, man?
You've never cared about anything.
Who's your favorite songwriter? Do I have their votes yet?
Bob Dylan.
Oh, cool. Yeah, times they are a-changing.
It cracks me up. Oliver just said Dad should run for president.
Oh my God. Oh.
Maybe he didn't see my jeering look towards you as you were just pumping people.
He doesn't.
Up
He
and
can't
saying,
see your face.
Dream.
He can't see
see
your face. He doesn't look at you.
He just wants to live in the White House. That's all he wants to do.
Oliver, I got no shot, bud. But you keep.
But you keep it up.
Yeah, you do some of the things I didn't do and don't end up on the internet like I've ended up on the internet. You got a real shot at it, kid.
I don't
You
know
got
if
the
you've
personality
seen your
for
dad
it, kid.
sing Selena Gomez or not, but that blew his.
Listen, there's all weird
Presidential
pitch.
show.
Like, no, there's pictures of Rudy Giuliani out there.
There's going to be a. When
Weird-
is that?
weird
That's
deal.
done, right? Like that's
Weird
done.
deal.
We don't care anymore about what people did in their past. We don't care.
There's a line. There's a line there. Depends on what you did. Oh, that's awesome.
That is awesome.
Oliver, we love you, bro.
Love you, bro.
Have a great day.
Yes.
Have a great day.
I bet your hair looks fantastic today.
He's got a nice lid.
He's got a good lid on him, bud.
I hate it.
Big
I
league hair.
hate it.
Yeah, that's why you beat him.
I don't. I beat him in soccer.
Well,
Get all the
naturally,
players
in the basement.
and I hit him. I'm just kidding.
Beating those kids with a bum wheel, bud.
I never got hit.
Down there doing.
Did you
ever get hit? Wow, I was hit.
I got hit in the face one time.
Hey, no problem, Jameson. If you want, put in some earbuds. Put it on Periscope. You can listen in the background, guy.
Yeah, put it on Periscope, guy. You can listen to
Shooter,
it, guy.
Listen to it, guy.
Garrett and I were listening on our way to school when y'all were talking about just wait till your dad comes home. Garrett and I just busted out laughing in our house. It's don't tell your dad.
Josh, stop being a jerk.
Jeez, Josh.
Jeez,
Settle down.
man.
He's just trying to make Garrett and Jennifer better. He's just trying to make them better, Craig, okay? Sometimes you got to live in fear to be better, okay? Sometimes you got to live in straight anxious fear to be better, okay?
No, I don't want to make it sound like I just got thumped on or anything, but I can say this. Everything that I did wrong,
I got thumped on.
every time I got my ass whooped, oh boy, did I have it.
You got
coming.
an ass whooping?
Yeah.
One time I was trying to stick my sister's single mattress out the second floor window. And my sister.
I don't know why that's funny, but that is.
Oh, my sister's probably 12. I'm
How are you gonna
6.
fit? What are you taking the top?
We're
and the
folding it
bottom?
up, baby. We're folding it up like a taco. We had my sister's mattress and we had it folded in a V. We had the front edge of the V out the window. Out the second story window, bro. I was going to jump on it. I was going to jump. I had no fear. I remember this is traumatic because my dad came up and for the only time in my life spanked me. Mm-hmm. And now I'm into it.
Only by middle-aged men.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Duh. And my dad.
Yeah, the sky's blue, dude.
Yeah. When Jenny and I have coitus, my dad has to spank me in the room next to it. That's why we only have 2 kids. He's busy. Oliver just asked, when have you beat him in soccer? Oh, let me think. Every time we've ever played. Ever. That's right. But he came up, and the rage that went in through his eyes when he saw us tacoing the mattress out the second story window. I just remember my sister going, she's back. Like, she knows. She knew. And I'm kind of like,
wait a minute. Was she in on, or was she trying to stop you?
Oh, buddy, she's setting this all up.
She's
like, you can do it. You can do it.
This is.
She's
your
12.
sister.
Yeah,
Okay,
she's
okay.
12. 11. She's 11 or 12. I'm 5 or 6.
Okay.
Because it's a very, very early memory.
Okay.
And my dad came in and just put the spanking on me. Put the spanking on me.
the
I
good-
didn't even
put a
know.
good spanking
I'm
on.
staring at the window like,
What?
can you
just
believe
happened?
this? Can you believe this engineering here, Dad?
How old are you? 6?
5 or 6. And he came in, just gave me the old smackdown on the old booty cheeks. Just like, sorry. Gave me he spanked me. And I remember thinking, what? Why? Oh. Then he explained to me, you'll die, man. And I go, want to make a bet?
The goal was to throw the mattress out and then
land
jump.
and land on it.
Oh, you were gonna like a magic carpet, like ride.
No.
it out.
I was
You're
going to push
throw
it out
and then you're gonna
jump on it.
Oh, that's a bad idea. Yeah, no, duh.
You think?
No, duh.
It was a second story city house. It
You'd
was
have
a
made
second
it.
story.
You'd have been fine.
If I would have landed flat, I think I
No,
died.
what you want to do?
I think I died.
Yeah, what you want to do is you want to swan, and then right at the end
Tuck.
and right at the end tuck, and then you kind of roll.
If you could swan and tuck and actually roll
You'd be all right. You'd be
forward,
fine.
I've seen those guys jump off the third story onto
You can
grass.
You can defy terminal velocity at that point.
You're god dang right.
Yeah,
I
you can.
Thank you.
You can. Yeah, no, I got.
I'm gonna relive that.
There was every ass whooping I got, I had coming to me, man. Now, it was rarely from
My last ass whooping was when I was 20. We're not
Right on.
talking about that kind of ass whooping.
Yeah,
That's the
it
case.
It was rarely my pop. I never pushed the envelope that far, ever.
Did your dad ever hit you so hard you're like, oh, you're a man?
Oh yeah, you know what I did? You know what I did?
You know
Take a guess what I did after my dad. The one time my dad just let me know who was the boss in that house.
What'd you do? Cry?
I looked at him and I go,
Didn't hurt.
I was about
Didn't
12,
hurt.
13.
You're crying.
12, 13. Not crying, but I'm doing everything I can to not.
I miss that.
And I'm looking at him and I go, oh, big bad dude. 42 years old, thumping on a 13-year-old.
Ooh, tough guy.
Big tough guy.
Oh, you're the worst. You're the worst.
and this is in the morning before I go to school, right? And what I did, I will not repeat on the air because it's the worst thing I've ever done in my life.
Yeah, people.
I should have. Not only should he have hit me, he should have put me in a coma for what I did. He hits me with just a. I mean, he came from. I don't think for him. I don't think it was that big.
No,
I think it was probably just a little.
Yeah,
little quick jab.
1 million, 1,000,000%. He would have killed you if he
May as well have hit me with a sledgehammer.
No.
Pretty big guy, huge monkey hands. Like his hands were just. His hands covered every. If you were to pull up to my head, they're as big as my head. Massive, whatever. Massive forearms for the people listening. And what I did was reprehensible towards my mother. And my dad.
Don't disrespect your mom.
Oh, buddy. This was the most disrespectful.
In front of your dad.
Wasn't quite in front of my dad. I was also I was being disrespected, and this is the point where I'm making my stand for how I expect to be respected.
Yeah.
Did something regrettable, and
you want to say it.
My
dad
dad flies out of the bathroom. He's getting ready for work.
Yeah.
Flies out of the bathroom, like wrapped in a towel. Snatches me up. Dude, I go like I'm probably like $145 at this point. Snatches me up like I weigh 8 pounds by my collar. Has me up in the air one time. Whop! One time. Spinning. My shirt is getting tighter on me because I'm spinning. I'm spinning. Sets me down.
Shirt.
Never in my house again. You know, is where he's at. And now at this point, he's done shaving. He's cleaned up. I'm sitting on the couch just.
He's shadow boxing in the corner. Ooh, he's feeling good.
He's feeling real. He's going to go own the day. He's going to go own the day, bud. I'm sitting on the couch. I haven't gone to school yet because I'm not going to let people see me like this because the tears at this point have spilled over. And I can't possibly go to school looking like I cried because I'm not a pussy.
Yeah, I know, right? I never cry, guys.
Yeah, that's when he's putting on his coat, getting ready for work, and he's like, "Did you learn your lesson, or whatever."
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're tough.
Yeah, you're a big bad dude, man. And he goes, "For real? You want to do this again? Like I didn't get my point through to you, like, and." And
that's a good response.
And
that's
like,
a good response.
you know, like he's like,
what's wrong?
What?
What's
Why that didn't work? And it worked.
Oh, yeah.
I was not letting him. That was the last time my dad and I ever had a crossword. I was 13 years old.
Yeah.
It worked. It worked really well. Super fucking effective. Really effective. Yeah, but that's my response to that is not like I'm sorry. Mine is. Man, you're bad.
You are good, Joe. Whoa, man. Oh, wow. You should be proud. You'd be real proud of yourself.
And having disciplined, you know, I remember when, I can't remember what Landon was doing. Same type deal, though. Like, he was going to do something that was really going to hurt himself. You know, I can't remember what it was. And I remember, like, freaking out. And I picked him up, swatted him on, and he, like, went, like, wet noodle before I could spank his butt. and I hit him in like the small of the
Oh,
back. I immediately
5-starred him.
handed him to his mom. I walked in the other room and I cried my eyes out.
Yeah, I know.
And I was like, that's how that feels. I thought I was going to be way more empowered than that.
Doing push-ups.
Yeah, like having like just a testosterone. No, I was sobbing in my room. Like I never want to hurt I never want my child to hurt.
No, I know.
You know. And you understand that discipline is love, right? And like you find different ways to do it. You find different ways to communicate it.
That's what I tell them.
But every ass whooping that I got, I had it coming.
I didn't get any.
Had it coming.
I mean, a couple times, my mom would get. I just told my mom, I was like, yeah, whatever, you know, like, yeah, I'm gonna do what I want until she brought my dad into it. You know, I kind of ran the roost. And one morning, I missed the max amount of days of school every year. The max.
Oh man, not me. I never went to miss school.
Oh, bud, like we could miss like 28 days in grade school. I missed 27.
Really?
Oh yeah, bud. My mom was like, just stay home. You know, one of those things that explains a lot. Okay. So I got to stay home a lot. And one morning, I was just not going to go to school. And once you set a precedent where the kid can kind of call the shots on when they go to school or not,
no doubt,
then that's the deal. Well, so my mom's telling me to get dressed, and I'm just laying on the couch. I am not. Dad's already gone at work. You have no power here, woman. You know, like there's nothing you can do. And her and Pop weren't getting along as well anyway. So this might have been right after the divorce, actually. Because I didn't think my dad was even in the, you know, she could have called him. She did once. Because I went through a phase where I was like, oh, man, isn't mom bullshit, Dad? And he's like, don't you ever do that. And I was like, okay, settle down, psycho. So I'm not getting dressed in the morning. I had to wear a braided belt to school because they were cool. And you had to wear a belt.
Did. And
you
you
had to wear a braided belt.
Did you let it hang?
Right, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Let my belt hang. Oh, does it while I do it.
Dude, that was the thing. It was like, that was, our kids, like, we talk about the dumb crap.
We had
fads
style.
That our kids are in.
We had
between Adidas toggles and braided belts. Yep. I don't know how there was not every pussy in the house was wet. I don't know.
Dude, my school was a slip and slide. CBC. So then she throws my shirt at me. I'm like, boop, throw it on the ground. I ain't putting that on. Light blue. We had light blue shirt.
We did too. Navy pants.
And navy pants.
Shirts. Sure.
Navy shorts. She throws them over to me.
I couldn't believe there were kids that wore white shirts. There were.
Oh, you were an idiot.
What a dork.
You were a poor idiot.
Dork.
Because poor kids wore white.
We didn't have the option in our school.
And we were all so
how
poor.
How do you keep that clean? Come on, bub. We're
that's why
on the blacktop playing soccer at recess.
The two kids who had the roughest lives in my grade school, which this is so awful. We were like, we were a close group though, but we were like, look at these knuckleheads. They're dirty because their white shirts were dirty all day.
So much.
And I put that on the kid. Like thinking back on it now, no. Dude, that kid lived in chaos. The one kid lived in absolute chaos.
As tight knit as our group was, there was a family like that in our class. And I didn't know at the time, just because kids are dumb, you know. We really buy into the mob mentality, and also, anyway, when I was 24, that was one thing I'm like grateful for about Facebook was like it did make relationships that were long lost or whatever possible again. Yeah. I sought that gal out just to. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, name her.
No. But I am so sorry for the asshole that I was without even knowing I was an asshole I probably didn't know that I was an asshole. I'm sorry that I wasn't big enough of a person then. And I don't know what it's worth now.
You still don't know you're an asshole.
Oh, I know I'm an asshole. But I lean into it.
Yeah, it's good.
And I'll come with a half-hearted apology now too, if that makes you feel better.
Throw me my shorts, fine. Not putting these on. Toss them aside. Well, now it's braided belt time. She throws the braided belt.
Buckle catches you?
Catches me right in the mouth. I drop like the Zapruder film. God dang it.
That's a great reference, dude. That's a great reference.
So I'm down. I'm backing to the left. And my mom, God love her, thinks she's killed me, you know. and I have just the slightest bit of blood, nothing major, just split my lip a little bit.
fine.
I'm fine. I can go to school, but now I'm like, why would you do that to me? Why? I'm giving her the guilt trip of a century, and of course, Betty says you can stay home today. I'm so sorry.
As soon as that door closed, you're like,
just sucking my own blood down. Yeah, so it's fun.
it's fun, man.
But my dad worked 2 jobs. I did not want to piss him off. Garrett has been spanked once when your kid is getting his ass beat, just stares at you like, bring it. Oh,
that was the deal.
Shoot.
My dad was always at work. Mom played the role of disciplinarian a majority of the time.
Yeah.
If dad had to be called, that was getting the big guns called in.
Yeah.
That was calling in the reinforcements.
I just didn't want to disappoint my
Mom,
dad.
yeah, totally.
Oh,
I didn't have, people talk about having like a contentious relationship with their father and like sons do. And I never had it. Now, also, I didn't have the type of dad that like I couldn't please. You know what I mean?
For sure, for sure.
My dad was just there for whatever it was that we were doing. So I didn't have that thing. I was showered with love.
Yeah, I tried to create that with my stepdad, but he just didn't pay me any attention.
Like, I'm not your dad.
He's like, I don't care.
I'm just banging your mom. Okay, that's all that's happening here.
Did I ever tell you the top drawer full of dildos story?
No, but I got a top drawer full of dildo story too.
I think maybe we talked about it in our personal lives.
Okay, well, tell me the top drawer full of dildo.
We'll tell it later.
Okay,
We can get that in the third hour. We
But
want these people to stick around.
That just to tie into what Jennifer Barrow was saying. I started a thick. I hit puberty early, right?
Yeah,
This also ties into that whole like making fun of one kid or whatever. I got singled out hard in 5th grade because I didn't realize that I had like BO or whatever. Like I was moving I was just growing at a freakish pace.
Will this thing stop growing?
I got a Brillo pad between my.
It's getting so big.
I stunk, bud. I'm dealing with it.
You smell good now.
It's a complex.
Is that what it is?
It's a straight up complex. Like it just the fat shaming thing, the stink shame got me.
Yeah.
And
my buddy had to poop naked because his stepmom said, "You dirty little skid marks. I'm tired of cleaning your skid marks."
Whoa.
So one time in college, I
That's
saw
a
him pooping
way to-
naked, and he's like, "I always poop naked because I got a shower afterwards because I don't want skid marks in my underwear."
Bidet.
So it worked.
Get a bidet.
So it worked.
Guys.
Get a bidet.
What
You
are you
filthy
doing?
schmearers.
You're a schmearer.
Oh,
You're
God.
a cave person.
Ugh.
Get a bidet. You can have a top of the line, like warm water and everything.
Oh yeah, I let it get
$100
warm
to your door.
I don't even let it get warm anymore. I'm just blasting.
I like
it.
a cold one.
I'm like a cold
I
man
like
to
a
the
cold
brown
one.
eye.
Sometimes I'll let it sit long enough that it'll get warm on me.
That's exactly what.
And
it'll
help. You might think you're done. You might not be done.
No.
Not to get too far in the weeds in the poop talk, but
that's the deal.
A little warm water on
Get
your
yourself a
anus
bidet.
will really move some stuff.
Get a bidet.
Get a bidet. We got to
Losers.
get a code. We got to get a code for. What do you call it?
Bidet.
Yeah,
Tushy.
for tushy. Thank you.
Tushy.
Thank you.
Tushy. Tushy.
Hey, you know what you are to do?
Tushy.
You know what you are to do? I'm going to
Tushy.
throw this thing over here if you don't mind.
Tushy. Grab the mouse over there. Which one is over there?
Hi, guys. The point I was trying to make was Jennifer was talking about how you got to find different ways to discipline your kid. That was exactly what happened. Was that I was just thickening up by 6th, 7th, 8th grade. I started to kind of fill out, shoulders broadened a little bit, and now if she was trying to hit me, you can't hurt me, lady. You don't have enough gas in the tank to hurt me.
Really?
You don't have enough gas in the tank to hurt me.
Oh, wow.
So then it was like, well, let's just get creative, Anyway, point is, I get where you're coming from.
What did they just try to beat you with anything else?
I mean, I don't want to make it sound like I was beat because
Well,
I wasn't.
hit you.
Yeah, but like, oh yeah,
When you were bad.
oh yeah, whatever's close. Like,
Just get whopped with it?
just get whatever was there.
Just whopped
Like
with
it hurt her hand, so I'm not gonna hurt myself hitting you. I'll find something inanimate to hit you.
My grandma would chase people out with a shoe or a roll of tinfoil. Yeah. If they were like being mean to me or my sister, she would just chase our friends away.
She would
She
meddle
would
with
thread-
the other kids.
If she heard one of the kids being mean to me or my sister,
That is adorable.
she would yell.
I would have
get out of my.
punched your Yaya on the
You
nose.
could never hit
just
Yaya.
Just like
Yaya
Teddy
moved
Roosevelt.
like Floyd Mayweather out there.
I'd
Yaya could.
have bopped her right in the nose.
She had a real Mike Tyson hunched over like. She had a weird style. That's a
bopped her
Greek style.
right in the nose.
You bop my Yaya, we'll have real consequences.
Yeah,
sir.
what are you gonna do? Hit me with a roll of foil?
Yeah, dude. It just having that thing shining like a sword was the intimidation factor.
That's fair.
I mean, it was like our best friends too. You know,
Yeah,
people
that's
we
fair.
knew.
People that just
But she was like, I don't like the way you're talking to my ñoño.
You liked it last night? Oh! What does that even mean? I don't know what it means. What are you? Oh yeah, that's not a bad play. It's not a bad play. I think it's the camera that's wonky, but that's fine. It's all good. What we're going to do in the second hour? Well, we're going to talk about the island.
No, we actually are talking about survival stuff.
Yeah, I know.
Because we put a thing on the page, and all these people think they can survive for 7 days.
With nothing? Like with a knife? What are your supplies?
You can bring your own knife.
Okay.
A knife and a machete. So you can have one knife and one machete.
Okay.
And you can.
I've got a multi-tool that has both.
Perfect.
Okay.
You have a multi-tool with a machete.
Yeah, I've got it in my car. I'll go grab it at the
You
break.
have a multi-tool
I'll go grab it at the break.
that has a machete.
Guys, I'll show you after the break.
A machete.
No, an axe.
Oh, that's still cool. That's
Pretty
still cool.
Yeah, Mike Leonard gave it to me for my wedding.
That's very cool.
It's a neat little tool.
That is
I could
very
hatchet
neat.
somebody. Smash! Smash!
Oh no, that guy
Smash!
scares me.
He's a killer. That's why he's
He's
killed
scared.
people. He's a train riding murderer.
Yeah. Is he out? Is he loose? Is that guy loose? So yeah, I think
A lot of girls thought he was hot.
A lot of girls.
A lot of people
Yeah, thank you.
thought he was hot.
I mean, there's something about somebody who
I do
drifts.
live in such a
and-
heteronormative world.
You
It's
do.
weird.
It sucks.
It's not that I'm
It
not
sucks,
trying to lessen the experience of homosexuals or pansexuals or any kind of sexuals. It's just that's my stupid hetero brain. Look, I would gobblecock if I could just get past the first one. I can't do it. I'm not into
I
it.
always think there's probably some guy out there who could sweep me off my feet. That
Not
one
a
guy was
chance.
close.
Not a chance.
You don't think there's some Lothario
man.
after he buys you a couple drinks of tequila?
Listen,
and
I had
just
an
works his
experience.
way into blowing
I had an
you.
experience. What time was
Get
it?
out of here! You're
We're gonna
insane.
jump. We're gonna jump to break.
You're
I'm gonna tell you
insane.
about an experience where I thought maybe that was happening on the other side of the break, and then we'll get into the whole survival talk.
Okay,
All right.
that sounds about right for this show.
Craig was almost swept off his feet by a beautiful man, and then we're gonna survive in the woods, guys. Guys, our sponsors are great. Native Hemp Extract, Code
And
Hoso,
Snickers chocolate
Sweet
with
Leaf
milk.
Emporium, James Carlton State Farm.
We got new commercial breaks too.
On the other side of the break, we are going to.
I don't know if those
don't know if
work.
these work or not, but we're going to try. On the other
Well,
side,
these
I think
do.
they do. I think they do. On the other side of the break, I'm going to tell you all kinds of cool stuff. We'll see you.
I'm an outlaw, check it and see. Wanted poster looking like me. Checking the swamp man for a pretty girl. Being an outlaw in an outlaw world.
Hey, I'm an outlaw, check it and see. Wanted poster looking like me. Walking my hound dog, surfing that swamp. Catching crow that do the sweetly stomp. Everybody do the sweetly stomp. It's a stomp. It's a wiggle, turn around, a little tickle. It's a stomp, move your feet, head on down to Sweet Leaf. Head on down to Sweet Leaf. Head on down to Sweet Leaf.
Dude, man, get on down to Sweet Leaf Emporium and do that Sweet Leaf stomp, man.
Do you take our insurance and are you cannabis friendly? And they all said no. And then at that last phone call, that 8th phone call, I was like, do you know anybody that is? I'm desperate. I've called 7 other people. You're my 8th phone call. At this point, I'm crying my eyes out, and this lady just felt bad for me and said, "Hold on, let me call you back in a few minutes." And they called me back and they said that they would take him, but under a certain amount of conditions. And the main condition was that if they felt that cannabis was not working for him, then they would take him from us and put him in and Child Protective Services, and then they would take the other 2 kids too. Oh, because they were both underage.
Then
and we would be charged with child endangerment.
So they'd go to federal prison.
Yeah, we would go to federal prison. So we said, bring it on.
Hey guys, it's me, Kippy the Crazy Koala Bear, and I'm here to tell you about James Carlton Insurance.
Kids, quiet down.
It's the best.
Kids, quiet down and listen to Kippy.
Grown-ups need insurance, and Uncle James can help.
Right on.
Grown-ups need insurance. He's got the best reviews on Yelp. Grown-ups need insurance if they want to protect their house.
Yes, sir.
Grown-ups need insurance if they want to properly bury a spouse.
That's a bit morbid.
Grown-ups need insurance if they drive a truck.
Okay.
Grown-ups need insurance just so they don't get...
Whoa, Kippy, you can't...
Well, I was just going to say
cannot.
get in trouble.
Okay, well, it
you
sounded
don't
like
want
you were
to
going
get in trouble.
like you were going to say something else. James Carlton, State Farm Insurance. You can find him online at carltoninsurance.net, or you can call him at 314-961-4800.
Native hemp inside of me. 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 I got 1,800 milligrams going real good down my throat. When I wake up in the morning and I need a pick-me-up, well, I grab my bottle of native hemp and I splash it on my tongue. Lap, lap, lap. Native hemp inside of me. Native hemp inside of me. Native hemp inside of me. Native hemp inside of me.
Native hemp extract, available at HoosierSophisticate.com. Enter code HOSO, H-O-S-O, at checkout for an additional 30% off.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Second hour of the Hoosier Sophisticate Morning Show.
We're running around and having a good wild time here, everybody. It's crazy. Welcome to the morning show.
We left off talking about my disgusting heteronormative views.
And you guys, share this out if you want to.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad idea. Morning, it's a good one with you guys. What's
Shut
up?
up,
Gosh, dang, there's Craig Morton.
Stupid.
I could do it for 6 hours, maybe. More than my fave, guys. My husband's grandma used her cane. Now I'm hard.
Used her cane?
Now I'm hard.
My husband's grandma used her cane to beat people?
A little bit more. It probably gets a better point across than, roll of foil.
What's for 6 hours?
I like that our grandmas had like 4-letter names, right? Yeah, Nana.
Well, that's 6 letters. Yeah. Y-A-I, Y-A-I.
Oh, Y-A-I. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I like that they had 2-syllable little...
that's how I have always spelled it.
Seems like... Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Sure.
I don't know. Never checked the spelling.
Is it Greek?
On that. Yeah.
Yeah. So like my grandma's Vovo, Portuguese. And then my dad's mom was Coco just because she was kind of colder. So like she signed all of her paintings Coco. Grandpa called her all kinds of things, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
Anyway,
of kids.
my heteronormative disgustingness. You asked if there was a Lothario. First off, check that out, pal. There's my multi-tool with my axe.
Oh my god, dude. You're not gonna do anything with that. Please get that closer to the camera because it's so tiny. That's not an axe.
I'll bury that in your temple.
It would not even get through my hair, and I don't have any. I bet it don't. Throw it at me. Throw it at me. Throw it. Throw it at me. I'll catch it.
On the table,
okay. Here. Ah! Okay. That was for our audio fans. When you said hatchet, I thought you at least meant...
It's a multi-tool, bud.
That's what confused me. That is not a multi-tool. That's an accident waiting to happen, is what that is.
I like it.
What are you going to chop? What are you going to chop?
Of things.
Redwoods,
Kindling?
Sequoias. What are you going to chop?
Where are you surviving, pal?
The upper
we
northwest,
live in
east,
Missouri.
upper northwest,
There's
upper
never
northwest.
Been not in 4 billion years has there been a redwood in Missouri.
Oh, you don't think?
Nope.
I bet you.
Bet you're wrong. Listen, you
Get in
asked
the
if
time machine.
you scoffed at the notion that I couldn't be swept off my feet by a Lothario.
You could. There's somebody out there. Danville's
area. Listen. As I get older,
you're one of the Danville's area girls.
Lines blur. A snake's head off. There you go. Thanks, Keisha.
What?
The hatchet. Take a snake's head off.
No, you could never get close enough to the snake. If you got close enough to the snake with that,
what?
You're getting
I'm
bit.
not afraid of snakes. I'll snatch the snake.
You're not afraid of a diamondback rattlesnake.
I'm actually not. Miss and I ran across one.
You're
Tom
not
Salk.
afraid of it.
Dude, that thing was big, dude.
I know. I remember seeing the video.
It was pretty big. No, I wasn't afraid of it. I gave it its space. It gave me mine.
Well, I'm saying if you're stuck in an arena with it.
I like my chances.
With a diamondback rattlesnake.
I like my chances. One-on-one, and I know where he's at.
In this room. Take everything out of this room.
And I can see it, and I know where. Yeah, I'd take my chances with the snake.
You're an idiot.
No way. No problem.
You are.
Don't know about chopping, but if any Phillies see that, he'll be slaying
that. No.
No doubt.
What did you do to a cottonmouth? You probably did it with a real hatchet. Kesha
they
is
did
saying.
Keisha. She's not. What was
One more time.
That was.
I wanna celebrate.
That was Eiffel's. No, that was Daft Punk.
Daft Punk. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry, Daft Punk.
No, Kesha was. It's going down.
I'm yelling timber. That's fitting. That's fitting.
It's actually fitting. Because
that
song played the night that I was nearly swept off of my feet by this.
No way.
Shit you not.
You're kidding me.
I shit you
it's
not,
all coming
sir.
together for us.
It's all coming together.
You're not doing anything.
I should let
what is the
everybody know.
multi-tool?
What do you mean? There's all kinds of.
I know, but like, what is?
That's a set of pliers.
Pliers.
Those are called pliers. You grab things with pliers, and then
I'll grab your little wiener.
Okay.
With these pliers and just yank it.
So, it bears noting that this was my first journey into the psilocybin realm in years and years and years and years. This was like my.
I cut myself. See
my reintroduction. Flip it. Turn it.
No, it goes this way.
Okay.
Dad.
Yeah, but I like the axe part.
Out.
That way I can use it, even in its holster. Okay, so I had some friends ask me about psilocybin, my thoughts on them. They had heard about it, did I have any experience with it? And at that point, it had been years and years and years since I had used psychedelics.
Okay.
And I leveled with them, and I said, man, I think it's something that everybody should do at least twice. Have the experience, and I think that it'll help you see the world in a different light. I think it'll help your faith in something bigger, or it'll help. That's where I was at with it. All right, well, maybe we can put this together. So end up finding some medicine. We planned this date out. and there were 1, 2, 3. There were 5 of us. And one of them was on the fence
about doing the whole thing.
About doing it, but wanted to hang. Just wanted to hang. And which I'm fine with. You know, like this is a group that I know and love. I'm very comfortable with them. They're like family. You know, almost. And so we're sitting there. We decide to take it. 4 of us take the medicine. Probably 3.5 gram doses, somewhere in there, like but better than threshold doses for sure. And it's kind of eating at one of these dudes that his brother decided not to. He's like, why are you here? You know, like, and it was bothering him because he felt like, you know how sometimes like if you're in the space or you're starting to get in the space, like you can kind of feel if somebody's not on that vibe, not on that level. You know what that's like. It's eating at him. He's not expressing that. I can tell it's eating at him. He kind of pulls me aside and says it. That's fine. I'll be your safe space to, you know, say your feelings, whatever. We're outside under the stars, beautiful night, glorious fire roaring, listening to some Avett Brothers, you know, just laughing, having a good time.
Sounds like the mood is right.
Mood is right. First journey in years. And first journey for them ever. Okay. For one of them.
Okay.
Actually, I take that back. There were 7 of us. So it was an odd number.
Get the story right, man.
So everybody was going except for one. And so we're all kind of getting to where we're starting to pop off a little bit. About an hour in, 45 minutes in.
Oh, yeah.
Starting to feel good. And I'm going to change some music. The guy that hasn't taken any comes over to me and he's like, I left. So when I measured out everybody's medicine, I made enough for everybody to enjoy. You know, left it out on the table. Yeah. If you want to eat all this, you should eat all of it. If you want to eat a little bit, come back to it later. Fine.
Little munchies. Little munchies.
So there was a full dose that just hadn't been touched.
No.
On the table. I go over. I'm fumbling about trying to find some music to play. And he comes over and he looks me square in the eyes. And I'm starting to fry pretty hard at this point.
Yeah.
And he looks at me and he says, hey, you want to take me inside? And I kind of look up from my phone. And he goes, I'm ready. Will you take me inside?
Of you.
And at this point, I'm like,
you're trying to dissect it.
This guy
is he openly
lives ambiguously. He's a hard read. Everything about this dude is a hard read, right? People have wondered. Has always had very beautiful girlfriends.
I appreciate that.
Me too.
I appreciate that.
Me too. But it's always been kind of a question mark.
Because I'm like a macho man.
It's been a question mark in the group that we've kind of, wondered.
Yeah.
Don't care. Whatever you do. Great. Awesome.
Do it.
Don't know. Not sure. Doesn't matter.
Don't
We
care.
love you anyway. We love you because of. Whatever.
Not my mouth, not my problem.
So he looks at me and he's like, take me inside. And I'm like, okay.
So you're going with
Well, I'm just like,
so you're going with
I trust this person. Like, he's not going to take it. First off, he ain't going to take me. Like, it ain't like that. I'm not worried. I'm not.
Because you're so strong.
No, he can't take, nope. It would be hard. Someone would be hard pressed to take me against my will.
Are you kidding?
No, I'm not.
Brian Urlacher would have his way with you.
Wouldn't.
Tyson Fury.
Tougher. Wouldn't.
He's 6'7".
If he knocked me out, he could.
He could just hug you.
No.
He could whisper enough sweet nothings into your ear.
I love Tyson.
Yeah, me too.
Anywho.
Who cares? Love is love.
He can see he can see that my gears are just grinding inside. Like there's smoke coming out of my ears trying to figure out what's actually happening.
And you have a full
right
erection too, right?
That's probably confusing him more than anything. And it clicks for him that I'm like trying to figure out what it is that he's asking me for. And he's like, "Oh, buddy,
not
you." He goes, "I'm talking about mushrooms." And I'm like,
and you're like, "I know.
Why didn't you just say so?"
My mushroom
ends up being the greatest.
Should have got your axe out.
Chop his pee-pee off.
Chop his little pee-pee off, man. That's a pee-pee chopper.
Pee-pee chopper. Anyway, it ends up being one of the greatest mushroom experiences ever. It wasn't a ceremony. This was one of the last times I decided to eat mushrooms for fun, and it was a good one to end it on. But that was the closest I've ever been to being like,
okay.
Sure.
Whatever.
Well, I mean, I had this whole thing played out. I could top in the situation. Like I was kind of figuring this all out. I'm like, the body couldn't bottom this deal. Here's he talking about. What's he talking about? Is he gonna blow me? What's the deal? Like I'm trying to figure it out.
I mean, gay was such a no way, man. He's gay. Shun him. Crazy.
Yeah.
F word all day, every day. Growing up, went to an all boys school. I remember a kid came out at the all boys school, and he was just like, "Yeah, it is what it is." And we were all like, "Oh my god, dude, what?
You shameless."
Oh, and then he's like, "No, it just kind of is what it is, and just lived his life." And by the week 1 or day 2 after it, we're like, "Oh, hey, man, what's up?" It just became a thing to where it was this like, whoa, holy crap. I mean, Ellen came out during the whole.
Yeah, that was weird.
That was a whole
We've come a long way.
Thing.
We've come a long way.
And I think about my sexuality. There was a time.
Did she come out before Elton?
Has Elton ever come out?
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
But did that need to happen?
Elton?
Yeah.
Like, well, are you saying that people
know.
just? Well, I mean, I would say if you ask
I don't know. I bet it was
the
huge.
community. Like, I would say that it did need to happen.
Yeah.
Like,
for sure. But I didn't even know that it was a deal when he did.
Oh, right. Like everybody already knew.
But no, I'm saying like, Ellen, it was like mainstream media.
It was a big
shit.
deal, dude.
And I remember thinking,
big deal.
What? Why? What? Then Will and Grace was like this show that was breaking all the rules and boundaries. What?
Yeah.
And being a 6th through 8th grader, even through some of high school, to watch 2 girls kiss. I remember 2 girls did it at a high school party, and it was the Cardinals winning the World Series was what the party looked like when these 2 girls kissed. Guys were hanging from light posts. People were flipping cars, setting fire just over 2 girls kissing. It was unreal.
Yeah.
And when you're talking about lines blurring, back then I was like, no way, man. None of that. I'll barely even, I gotta put my mouth where on a girl? Oh, kind of sweat. I mean, do you remember a point where you're kind of sweating that? Like I remember seeing some 70s porn. I'm like, there's hair down there? Oh, jeez. And then we hit a streak of our generation where they're like, shoot. And now I'm like, give me that full
Give me a little
push.
fuzz,
That's
baby.
what I'm saying. I'm become more and more of a degenerate every day.
Absolutely.
I could see myself now
look,
watching Spartacus and stuff. Give me the Roman orgy, Greek orgy time of the day. Give me that freedom of sexuality. That is
I'm
just
with
like,
that hedonism. I'm with
anything
that.
goes. Who
I'm with
freaking
that.
cares?
And I don't care. I don't care.
care.
Matter of fact, I think I'm now more often like kind of disappointed in myself that like I just don't have that attraction to men.
Why
I
are you
can
disappointed in
acknowledge.
yourself?
I'm not disappointed. It's just like as much of a freak as I want to be.
Yeah,
That just doesn't do anything.
I've seen
for me.
couple nice wieners though. You see him in a porn, and you're like, that's a nice looking wiener.
Oh, sure.
So we had a teacher in high school who kind of blew our minds that the gay is just a spectrum.
Yeah.
If that's how you want to even look at
Sure.
things. And
Yeah, we are
everybody
all on a spectrum
And
of gay,
everybody is
for
kind of,
sure.
because he goes, you guys are all go to all boys school. He goes, if you talk to someone who didn't go to a school from someone who's not from
Yeah.
St. Louis,
The humor that
they
you
would
have,
think
yeah.
you were what? You go to school with only dudes? You're so gay, dude.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, and that's kind of, is that even a diss anymore? Because if you didn't, I won't even say the word anymore. And I said it 1,000,000 times. What do we got on the? I prefer the funk. I envy 80s bushes. Speaking of 70s, 80s porn, I shaved everything on my body one time. I've got more holes than a bowling ball. I've got more holes than a bowling balls only have
Three? Yeah.
Huh? What?
She's saying that the hair covered extra holes.
She has extra holes.
You gonna put it past her?
No.
I'm not putting it past her.
No. I love a nice looking wiener.
Look, I can appreciate the human form.
Also, as his wife, I can say he's 100% disappointed he's not a little bit gay. That's what I thought blew my mind, too. I assumed girls in high school. I was like, girls in high school gotta love when two dudes are kissing. And they're like, ew, gross. It's crazy that girls kind of have a
built-in mechanism where they're just tonguing each other just to figure things out.
Girls, sure. That's what I love about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that the society where you live in, have you ever seen the porns where it's the Playboy swingers
I've seen
house?
every porn.
I know. So that one where it's a swingers house, it's like a reality show.
Yes.
And then they just have like a little sex
I have.
in it.
And
it harkens back to the days of the old shows where
I'm
it wasn't all
into
about
it.
sex. Yeah. I actually am into the storyline.
I'm into sexual art. I think sexual deviance is art. Like, I think that there are all of those things. That's why it's weird for me that, if I still, to this day, I celebrate same-sex love. I love that everybody is now inching closer to a world where they can unabashedly love whomever they want. That should be our baseline as the human race. Listen, we know that we are beings of light and love, and we should be able to celebrate that with whomever we want on this planet without
1,000,000%.
anybody being able to tell me I can't.
It's
give me
Adam
permission.
and Eve, not Adam and Steve.
However, for some reason, my stupid heteronormative brain still kind of winces when I see two guys kiss. It's like Frenching. I'm not talking about like two guys kissing on the lips. It's fine.
I kind of got turned off by the show.
It's hard for me. And
Schitt's Creek.
I haven't watched it yet. I kind of want to, but
I was into it. It was a good show. It makes you laugh. But then they really get into this one of the gay couples storylines, and I found myself hating myself for not being into it. Yeah. But it was
it's just hard for me.
I talked to other people, and they said no. The show just kind of fell apart at that point too. Okay. They focused. So that made me feel good that I wasn't like, ew, dudes in love, turn this show off.
That's not where
it wasn't what it was. They were playing songs for each other, and they're in this small town,
that's not where I'm
and
living.
they have like this boutique. I'm like, how is that business thriving? And maybe I'm stereotyping this small town, but everyone in town is supposed to be like, hey,
twisted
man.
and sexually deviant I am.
Okay. It's supposed to be third hour stuff.
I'm sorry. You're jumping ahead here because on this day
You're so horny. You're so horny.
We're going to, in the third hour, we got a lot to get into because on this date in history in 1919, the Volstead Act passed.
Prohibition.
So we're going to talk about
sex,
that
drugs, rock and roll.
However, it's how deviant I am.
What was it, 1913?
1919.
1919.
I would have, right after the fucking guys get back from a war.
I know.
What a bunch of dickheads.
No. Hey, guess what? Can't drink now.
It's not all
you
of that
fought
trauma.
For this country?
All of that trauma that you
get out of
it's
here.
called shell shock, and you can't do anything to numb it. I'm sorry. Without going to jail. So,
thank you for your service.
I'm a deviant to the level that I think I would have an easier time. I know I would have an easier time seeing two men having sex than I would two men making out, which is weird.
Yeah.
a weird thing.
Because I don't like intimacy.
Is that what it is? Like, I don't know, man.
I think hairiness kind of turns me off. Like guy hairiness.
On the face,
yeah.
whatever. Yeah, it is weird to see like a beard.
That turns me off, yeah.
I get it.
A little bit. Because my dad used to kiss me outside of school.
With his tongue.
No, with his beard. And I remember like being in like first grade and saying, "Dad, you can't kiss me anymore on the mouth," because the Greeks are all weird like that. The Greeks want to make out with their family all the time at all the events. They're kissing.
I get it.
They're very affectionate.
You go to a Kohler
very
event,
affectionate.
every Kohler aunt will kiss me on the lips.
Yeah, yeah. That's how the Greeks do it too.
Big, I think it also like just a big family.
Weird.
It's a weird thing. That's
so
fine.
weird.
I don't care. I'll kiss you on the lips. I'll kiss my uncles on the lip. I don't care.
I know, but when they linger,
that's a little strange. And also maybe do one of those. Maybe do one of those. Give me
lip crusties. I got lip crusties.
Get the wet off.
Let's see, my dad would always have wet lips too. I vividly remember.
Georgie.
He had very nice lips, so it was weird. It's a whole weird thing, obviously, going on there. But I remember saying, "Dad, you can't kiss me anymore outside of school. If my friends see this,"
he's like, "I'll do whatever.
I'll die.
Whatever I want. I made you. I will kiss you." If
I remember.
want.
No, he didn't do that. He said, "Let me look close up." Close my. Okay.
You broke George's heart that day.
A little bit.
You
he
broke
never
George's
kissed me
heart
again.
that day.
Except for when we got drunk.
Naturally.
That was the only time. No, but I mean, spectrum. It's all.
What I was getting at is it's just strange to like. It's frustrating to me.
Women's curves are
because
nice.
I cannot express enough how into like, look, whatever you love, I want you to hold on to that, and I want you to amplify it in your life and
it's
feel
the
it
best
through
way.
every
It's the best
piece of you and let it live through your actions and whatever that thing is that makes you get up in the morning, makes your heartbeat just a little bit faster, makes you a little bit more excited about being a part of this day. I want you to celebrate that.
What do you think it
was?
was?
If you're a dude, kiss another dude, I have a hard time watching you celebrate that, even though I highly encourage it. What is the matter with my stupid brain? That's what I'm getting at.
Well, that's where transsexuals
I learned to
come in.
hack. I learned to porn hack.
Yeah. This is a hot tip. Hot tip right here.
The morning radio. Make sure your kids aren't listening. I learned to porn hack, but I don't know why I never thought about this until I was well into my 30s.
A transsexual and a girl?
Yes.
That was good.
Idiot.
I've been through all the categories.
Don't care to see a tranny and a guy. Don't. Not my thing. Not my thing.
I'm worried about teen too. I've always been worried about teen, just in case they throw an actual teen on there.
That was my deal, right?
See, I think teen is more alluring now than it was when I was a teenager. I think cougar was more alluring when I was younger.
That's weird. That's not weird. That's not weird.
Yeah, no,
it's not weird.
Thank you.
I think it's very normal. What I'm saying is it's strange that I think I'm the opposite on that.
I just think the porn industry, there's a lot of dark sides to it.
Dark. I'm glad. God dang, I'm glad you brought this up because I was thinking about when I wanted to talk about this. I think you're right. By the way, I know you're right. There's documentaries just highlighting the horrendous nature,
and it's hard to get that in your head
of pornography.
And Craig with the kink shame. No, he walked it back.
Bring some rubbers to this sexual survival outing. Yes.
Always bring rubbers, dude.
So
come on.
You're right. I think that when you watch those documentaries or you kind of hear the stats on sex trafficking and how that supplies so many actresses.
Yeah, that's rough.
It's bad.
It's rough.
I'm an animal. We just covered this for like the last 40 minutes. I'm a disgusting pig animal. And
40 minutes, 3 years we've been covering this.
I know, but for those watching and listening at home. And I was thinking about it this morning as I was making a coffee and abstaining from pleasuring myself. How I start most of my days. Like, that's how I start. I start most of my days taking care of me.
Is it real quick cranker?
Crank it, dude. Let's get it started. We got shit to do, and you can't have your brain.
You're like a Model T. They just got to put that thing in and crank the front.
Dude, somebody was talking about the other day. They posted a meme about how like I will 100% jack it to Whoopi Goldberg before I pay for any of y'all's OnlyFans, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty certain. Done it a bunch of times. I got pretty. I'm pretty certain. When I was kind of figuring it out, maybe late '90s, early aughts, probably cranked it to Whoopi at least once.
Oh,
I think I probably did.
I don't know.
I think I probably did because that's the freak that I am. I get Whoopi. There was a minute Whoopi could get it. If she's good enough for Ted Danson, Whoopi could get it. Like, Sam Malone's hitting it. I'm hitting it.
Whoopi's never done it for me.
Not me either, really, but I'm sure because of the freak that I am and the
There's just no pictures of her. What is she in a big shawl?
I'm trying to think what it was.
Or
it was
was
something
it
where she was sexy.
Jumping Jack Flash?
Maybe. Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Ghost?
No,
I don't remember what it was.
No,
Listen,
not Ghost.
Whoopi from Sister Act. Yeah, early Whoopi before she put on The Habit, and The Habit does things for me too. The point is that I remember reading on Reddit, forever ago, about how there were these guys doing this NoFap challenge, right?
Yeah.
Which seemed like a bunch of fucking nerds that couldn't get their dicks wet, if we're being honest.
Okay, settle down.
If we're being honest. At the time, I'm like, you're an idiot.
Why would you do that to yourself?
What are you? You're probably miserable.
You already do it anyway.
And then, like, as I'm growing more and more, and you learn about tantric energy, and you learn about like the chakras, if you're into it, and how they operate.
I'm getting into it.
Like, and how that is your essence. That is your life force.
It's your essence.
It's your essence, dude. It's how you repeat yourself in this genetic code that moves through time.
Yeah.
It's literally a physical stamp on the universe that you have.
Mushroom stamp on the universe.
And to us, it's like, it's poison. I got to get out of my body. Oh, Jesus, get this poison out of my body. I can't do anything. I've really been here lately, and I haven't made anything official, but like I have really been tinkering with the idea of just the NoFap. And listening to Aubrey Marcus talking about with the Hamilton Souther podcast that we absolutely brutalized on Monday night trying to explain.
I think they got the point.
I think they got the point. Part of the dieta is abstinence from sex.
Oh yeah. He said he had a wet dream. He had a wet dream
like day 24.
God, I imagine that.
Can you imagine as an adult? Like he said, he was like 34 years old when
I miss wet dreams.
I don't even remember. I remember mine.
I remember the first one I had. I remember the first one I had.
Never again.
You know who it was about? Camp Anawana, we hold you in our hearts, and when I think about you, it makes me
It was about the
fart.
pig-nosed chubby kid?
Donkey Lips?
Donkey Lips?
It was not about Donkey Lips? It was about Deanna, or Dina, the dark-haired gal. I'll show you a picture of her.
I got it, bud. Go ahead. Keep telling me about your wet dream with Deanna.
Okay, so here we are. Bunkhouse 3. No, I was young, and I remember thinking, what is going on with my body? And then I encouraged them to happen later in life. What a nice deal. No work ejaculation in your sleep. The cleanup's kind of messy, but I think worth it. I think that's worth it. And now you're not sniffing one of those, unless maybe you do a nice dieta. Salute your shorts. Salute your shorts. Deanna, I believe, was her name. There was Sponge. There was Budnick. There was Ugg. That was probably my favorite show from that.
Dina.
What did I call her?
Deanna. That's all right.
Deanna. That's close.
Close.
I am down to love anyone for who they are, but I won't be getting off by my dude making out with another dude. Dane Michael, I bet I can change your mind by the end of the decade.
What? Oh.
Aiden had double back wets on our boat in August. He came to me crying. Double back wets on our I'm glad you wrote it out for me to see what you and Craig mean. I don't know what you're talking about. You have a picture of her?
No, I get it right now.
Pull up a picture of her. We should be doing this on there and that way.
Oh, okay.
Remember her?
All right.
Remember her? She turned out pretty nice too.
She's a rocket, dude. She
She
turned out a rocket.
Mine knew.
Okay.
It knew.
I mean, if that's it, I thought that this is for sure Who?
Donkey Lips?
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be Donkey Lips. That you had a wet dream to.
I mean, I wouldn't.
Oh, it'd be fine.
It'd be
that's
great.
how. Like that's what I think about the poison in you. You know. It's
Oh,
like,
have
it's
you ever
gonna
had a
come
gay
out.
dream?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, I had one dream.
I remember I woke up not disheveled, but disoriented. Like
me too. Me too.
I was like, hang on a minute.
Yeah. Mine
because even in my dream, I was lucid.
Yeah,
like,
I was
and I
fairly
was
lucid
like,
in mine. I was
this is
fairly
so
lucid.
weird.
Well, I wasn't having sex. So a guy
I
was
was
having
having
sex
sex.
with my girlfriend at the time.
I'm into that.
And I was like, "Get that! Come on, guy!" You
pulled it out?
Pulled it out.
And you're
I was
like,
kinda-
"Let me just."
No, but I was like,
I'm not
God dang it, fella!" And I remember thinking, "All right, you're pretty. That's you're there. I mean, you're just grabbing it like it was a suitcase that I'm bringing on vacation." Like,
Facebook has a big lag right now. Jump on over on Periscope on Twitter,
Oh,
maybe
jump-
YouTube,
okay.
Or also Twitch. Cucky
I got cucked. Yeah, I did.
Dream cuck.
I did.
And I love that you grabbed it out.
Oh
Like,
yeah, I was
let me
like,
just help
"Excuse
you,
me, sir. How dare you?" And he was like,
just following along.
Like, "Hey man, what's the deal here? You're the one who called me." Is what the vibe was. I was like, "Oh, okay." So, and I did have a weird dream one time where I was getting it on with my girlfriend. This one messed me up for a while. But I was getting it on with my girlfriend from high school, and in the dream, and I'm in my house, and my mom I'm on the couch, and my mom comes over the back of the couch. I'm on bottom, and the girl's on top, and I'm like, "This is the best ever, like boobs, okay." And then my mom peeks over the couch and is like, in like
a 90?
yeah, it's like an old lady 90.
Jesus.
Is that not weird?
That's Oedipal, bro.
Don't have that kind of reaction. Like, come on, Jesus Christ, help me out. Help me out.
Help
here.
me out,
Yeah,
bud.
no, totally normal, Steve.
Yeah, good job.
That's
We've all
normal.
been there,
I
man.
woke up from that one like, Freud was right. What's wrong with me?
I get it.
It's been a heck of a ride.
It's been a heck of a ride. Anyway, that was how I was almost swept off my feet by a Lothario, how I'm ashamed that I can't enjoy two men loving one another as they physically feel.
I
the
think
need
maybe
to
I will.
express it.
I'm not into it now. Maybe I will. I don't
That's
know.
what I'm saying. I guess maybe
I'll
if I stay malleable, like
Yeah.
you know,
Because
say
I think
the lines
about
blur.
girls kissing when I was younger.
Used to be the hottest thing.
And
ever.
now when girls kiss, I'm like, cool.
Fucking annoying.
Oh, more attention. I just gotta have some attention.
Yeah, no, you're right. Like the evolution.
So I'm gonna be a bit when I'm 60. Oh, I'm gonna be a D-gen.
Okay, don't air your kid's stuff. Dane.
What is
I'm
going
not-
on
I'm
here?
not-
Get out of
I'm
there.
not telling his story.
What is?
I'm not telling his story.
No. We talk about kids hitting baseballs out of the ballpark.
Yes.
We talk
yes.
about
I-
kids saying
we
they
do
want their
not-
dad to run for president.
Yeah, man. Did I tell you about? You'll appreciate this.
What?
Because for some reason he's so much like you. My youngest. The other day they were on a Zoom meeting at school.
He gets it.
They asked, "What does a best friend do?" And he goes, "Well, a best friend. These kids are fucking wise, man. They are wise." And he says, "Well, best friends, they laugh really hard when you fart, and they don't think your mom is pretty. That's it. They laugh really hard when you fart, and they don't think your mom is pretty."
Oh, we can think each other's moms are hot.
He'll grow.
Come on.
I told him. I said, "Hey, your friend's an idiot."
And farts
the
will forever be
farts are
funny.
hilarious. Yeah,
Oh,
farts,
it'd be
farts
funny.
play, bud.
What's
Farts
up
play.
with that?
Diane, man with hole in pocket, feel cocky all day.
She's our very own Confucius.
She is. Confucius said.
I love Diane.
I love Diane.
Hey, speaking of how much we love our fans, buddy, we're trying to do something different here. We're doing something different. I mean,
I think
maybe
so.
it's kind of the same as
I think
a lot
so.
of things, but also what we're doing here in the mornings, we're trying something new, and you're seeing two guys honestly follow their damn dreams. We get so fired up. Our phone calls after the show we're still on fire from the show earlier. We want to build a community. We want to run an experiment. At least that's the way I kind of look at it. A love experiment. How can we get this group of people who didn't know each other before to spread some love? We had a post on our Sophisticated Hoosiers Facebook group. We hate Facebook, but it's kind of what we're using right now. And in that group, the group is where the money is, the Sophisticated Hoosiers group. And I said, hey, lurkers. So many people have texted me, especially after the Dare Lion thing, and said, hey, man, I'm a lurker. I don't post too much, but wow, that was awesome. I love what you guys are doing. Awesome. So I challenged the lurkers. I said, hey, let your freak flag fly. And the posts on there were so cool. And this is only going to grow organically. We're not putting billboards up. We don't have the funds to run these giant ad campaigns. We have to do the best we can. Yeah. It's them. This is we're
it's organic shares. It's saying to a friend, hey, listen, I know you start your day with X, Y, or Z morning show or Fox News or whatever. These guys are really making me laugh in the morning. We do a meditation when we wake up. They're trying to get me motivated. Yeah. And also, I just kind of feel good for whatever amount of time I can tune in. Maybe check it out. Check it out. And it's a different age. We're also, our demographics really mirror kind of our age group. Yeah, for the most part, like that's the majority.
There's a lot of girls too,
which makes me like. I think that is
girls.
I think that's one thing that really separates us from a lot of like talk radio podcast kind of platforms. I think that maybe some morning radio shows that are playing music, our demographics are probably closer to theirs, and that's exciting for me because I feel like we're at least having a conversation that everybody feels like they can take part in.
Definitely,
and a lot of times. With radio shows, I remember when I first found Jim Rome, it took me a solid 5 months of listening to Jim Rome to understand 75% of the show because everything's an inside joke. And we have our share of inside jokes, and that's fine. But I also like to think that we're having conversations where yesterday, Lily came in and said, whoa, I didn't know I could start my morning like this. She has no idea what that did for us, right? Because the idea is that not only are we creating a place where people can gather, start their days in a more positive way, but also we are trying to make this a business. We are trying to create a place for businesses to come and say, these are the people I want to advertise to because I think like they think. I want to create a world that they want to create. I want to help co-create that.
Yep.
And this is where I would rather spend my advertising dollars, which, by the way, I'm getting probably more value than I would through traditional mediums in the sense that, I'm going to have commercials made for me that, maybe I don't think Dennison thought these guys are going to make my CBD a butt joke,
I know.
But before I walked to my bedroom to go to sleep last night, my 8-year-old is singing "Native Hemp Inside of Me."
That is awesome.
It's great because we're just having some fun with products that we believe in, and letting our friends and family know. I had somebody reach out to me yesterday.
We're adults.
My elderly mom is having a ton of pain. I need a topical. I need got you, fam. I think I got a little bit. Let's try this out. See if it works for her. If this is enough for her, then I'll point you in the right direction. Otherwise, we'll see what the next thing is. Being able to have those conversations with people that I don't get to talk to on a regular enough basis. Being able to have those conversations and know that they trust us enough and what we're creating enough to care for their loved ones with the information we're providing or with the services we're providing. That's what we're trying to do. And if we get the right stable of 10 to 12, 15 companies, not only can we do it, we can do it full time. We can take Dare and the Lion to a level that's out of this world.
We're over 100 views on YouTube.
Wow! But we can create things that make us laugh, fill our cups, sell their product, and also create that same bit of safety for our listeners that know that they're buying from a company that's doing good, affecting their immediate environment, selling them a product they believe in, You know, that's been the goal all along.
Yeah.
And now we just don't have the gatekeepers that we've dealt with before, and we're not limited by time. By going 5 days a week, we can offer the value we think people deserve, right? We can give you 20 to 21 3-hour shows a month and really cover your, be able to kind of get your name in on some jokes and let people know that not only do they do a great service, but they're one of us.
Here's the deal. Remember the Avett brothers? You know who they are? The Avett brothers, Craig, they grew. The way I heard about them, I love bands that come up through their fans. They don't get signed early with some pop song that you hear on every radio. Then they're being shoved down your throat. They're not Imagine Dragons. I love the Magic Dragons at the first. But then they said,
radio kills things.
Boom, they said, here's too much of them. I was like, man, I love them. The first concert I saw them when I didn't know who they were.
They had just a different thing.
Dude, and he had a big drum. It was a great, cool thing.
Yeah.
The Avett brothers, I didn't listen to the Avett brothers, really listen to the Avett brothers until you, Jenny's brother, Adam Bundren, a lady who helped us get our marriage certificate. Random people would say, you have to listen to these guys.
Yeah.
They're adding so much value
They're the greatest poets in
to
the world.
my life, and not saying we are anywhere near the Avett brothers, but I guarantee the Avett brothers were plucking around ding dong ding dong. We had a post from Missy about learning the guitar, and the whole thing is you got to live through the bing bong ding dong ding for maybe years until you hit a bring bring and you're really strumming like, whoa, I put in time. That's what we're doing. That's what we've been doing. We've been consistent about what we've been doing. It's drawn a core group of fans that's growing in a way like the Avett brothers.
Yeah,
and we're adults and we're passionate. And we have to provide for our families.
Yeah.
And what we've done is found other people who are like, I'm in the same position as you. My problem is I can't get the word out. Our problem
That's what
is
we do. We don't have enough people to get the word out for.
That's what we do. And when we can connect like that, because there's selling out. I never wanted to be a sellout. We would do this for free.
I asked you.
We would do this for free.
Monday morning.
We have.
Monday morning, when we didn't plan on going 3 hours.
Yeah.
I asked you, I said, hey, look, regardless of what Facebook shows for viewers, it's hard for us to get a read on all the different platforms of how many people are listening.
Yeah, and we live and die with analytics sometimes.
That's our biggest fault.
Yeah.
And then I asked you, I said, buddy, if money were I asked you the Alan Watts question. If money were no option, if we had everything we needed to be provided for, would you want to get up every morning and do this for 3 hours and help people start their day like this? And you're like, are you fucking kidding me? 7 o'clock? What the hell were we thinking? No, you said absolutely.
Absolutely.
And I got in my car and I was happy to head home, get working on the next day's show.
It feels right.
Or get working on that night's show.
Yeah, it feels right. It feels, when we're doing this, it feels right. And if you listen to Rogan,
it's the first thing I've done in my adult life. We're waking up at 5:15. I used to wake up early for work and be like,
mornings.
That's fine. But what I'm saying is, it's the first thing that I've done in my adult life that I'm like, I can't wait.
Oh,
the only thing that ever made me feel like this was playing competitive sports in high school, right? Like
when you get jacked,
when you're getting like, I'm like, it's game day.
I love that.
It's game day.
I used to cry when we would have rainouts as a kid. Baseball games get rain out.
Too.
I would.
This is the first thing that's given me.
I would
that
blame
thing.
God. I swear I would sit out my window and I would curse.
name.
I would. I really would.
You don't want me to play soccer.
It was mostly baseball. Soccer, they'd let you play in a little bit of rain.
So I love getting in the slop.
Oh.
Played over in Lemp Park a lot. That was one of our fields when we played.
We played my freshman year. We played Chaminade, and it was when the turf was kind of new at Soccer Park. They had that turf field. They had like a fake grass field. Oh, we played in the drizzle. And you were just every slide tackle. It was the most amazing.
It was like having
thing.
the gravity turned off on a video game.
It was like having the. It was like having.
There's no drag.
You know, in the English Premier League, their grass is so manicured they can go on their knees and slide to the corner.
Yes.
If you tried to do that at CBC, you'd hit a chunky rock and hit over.
Blow your knee open.
And CBC had a decent field. It had a decent field, and
Chaminade.
it just wasn't. Oh yeah, they had that. And them and MICDS.
I didn't have a. Was that country?
Like playing on a
Country Day.
Yeah, it was like playing on a carpet. And Lafayette and Marquette had good fields.
My freshman year at St. Mary's, we didn't have anything.
Yeah, your guys was
nice. We had a great track. We had a nice
Your
track.
football team used to destroy the football or the soccer field for the soccer team.
I hate it for them.
I know.
Which actually at St. Mary's that plays though, right? Like soccer is the sport.
Yeah.
You know, football. We got. I think my freshman year we had 15 kids on the team, so most of us played Ironman. Most of us played both ways. When we played SLU, they had 74 kids get off of a bus. I remember them walking into the stadium, and I'm like,
1, 2, 3. That's a lot.
I have a hilarious story about that game in particular, but I'm not going to go there.
Mud pants?
It was not mud pants. I got the shit knocked out of me that game by a kid.
A Billiken?
Dude, this kid he looked like Hulk Hogan. He had a skullet. He was vascular. His calves had veins popping out. He was Bane. And he was like, they gave him the ball 87 times that game. Okay? And
is it Matt Sinclair?
I don't know, maybe.
There was a Sinclair that was our age.
Did he have a skullet because he
made it to the NFL? He made it to the NFL.
That wouldn't surprise me. This
Sinclair,
was a 14-year-old kid that went $192, 4.6 40 freshman year. He was a freak. He was a freak. And so we ran the stupid-ass wishbone offense. God, Marco, what were you doing?
My sister had the biggest crush on Marco.
Marco's a handsome lad.
Yeah, my sister
Asshole. Play caller.
My sister will, after she hears about the wishbone, she won't have a crush on him anymore.
I wouldn't either.
Yeah.
I love me some Marco. But we run the wishbone. So it was me and Scotty Smith in the backfield. And Scott Smith was just a little
yeah.
But
one of the toughest guys I know.
Deal, I had braces, right? This plays into the story. Oh, Jesus. It was a kickoff, and mind you, this guy, not only the biggest, strongest person on the field, he was the tailback. And the guy? Oh fudge! I think that is him.
Yeah,
did he graduate our year?
I think he may have been our year or a year.
Had to be our year.
Yeah,
had to be our.
Matt Sinclair. He played for the Ravens.
Dude, I think that's him.
Yeah, I mean, I played in the backyard against him. He lived in my cousin's neighborhood, and I was like, "We're gonna play football with this guy."
Not only is he the tailback, he's the kick returner. He's the everything.
Oh yeah.
That's how it happens, right? Kickoff. I don't remember who
he killed you.
I'm going missile. I'm a missile. I'm a headhunter running down the field. Full head of steam.
Yeah, baby.
Full head of steam. He catches the kickoff. Full head of steam at me.
No.
I'm talking, we each got 30 yards of full sprint in. Helmet to helmet. I have CTE from this game. Helmet to helmet, both of us.
You blew him up a little bit?
We both blew up. We
really?
both blew up. Dude, he knocked my braces off. I had these cat braces on my back teeth.
I didn't know that was possible.
Listen. For you listening at home, listen to this.
Oh, what is that noise?
That's what he did to me.
That's your jaw.
That's my jaw.
That's your jaw.
That is my
hurt?
jaw. No.
Oh my God! Please make it stop. Make that.
My
stop.
braces get knocked down on my gums, like to my jawbone. That's how hard we hit.
Good for you.
Luckily,
good for you, man.
That play was made. They looked like with this guy. I didn't know how our little ragtag bunch of South City scrubs were going to even. They had an army. They had 74 kids. They could have put one person on the field. I don't know if we could stop them. This was a week. This all came up because of Chaminade. You talking about playing Chaminade?
Yeah.
How they had this nice little manicured.
Yeah, and they had dorms.
We went to
I was like,
Chaminade
people
the
live
week
here?
before. We went to Chaminade the week
Can
before.
live here?
And no. Chaminade came to us the week before.
Chaminade would never go to St. Mary's.
Absolutely destroyed us. I mean, an embarrassing loss.
And they weren't even good.
And our coach lost his mind. Coach Parentero never raised his voice at anything. Ever.
Really?
The calmest guy ever.
Really?
Great dude. I love that dude.
Oh, that's awesome.
Marco was the guy that flies off the handle. We had a couple of them. Pern was not that dude. And
South City
he came
buddies.
in at halftime, and he lost his mind. You're gonna let these county, just pampered little come into your house and treat you like that, and we're like, oh fuck, he's right. Eating it. God, like he's right. We're letting these guys
the
do
Chaminade.
This. Oh, the ones that have been playing football since they were in second grade.
Yeah,
they had programs in the county. Oh, yes, they're beating us. Now that I look back on it, but man, as a proud South City kid.
Yeah, he's got to light a fire.
And as a proud South City kid, he was so right.
So you came back and won the game?
Not even close. The next week, SLU comes in. We feel kind of the same way. Sure, they're in the city.
No.
Sure, they're in the city.
Oh, no.
So this happens. Blows me up. Knocks my braces off.
They're not in the city.
They don't. Doesn't feel like the city.
That's not the city.
I love hearing.
I love them too. It's so good.
So
it's amazing. Your brain still works.
My dentist and my orthodontist, luckily, 7-minute drive from the stadium.
Oh Jesus. What?
My mom, I jump in the car. My mom drives me down to my orthodontist. Dr. Tabash takes off the brace, off my gums and everything, puts some gauze in there or whatever.
Were you bleeding?
Oh, I'm bleeding pretty good.
Really?
I'm bleeding pretty good. Yeah, I mean, it cut down into my gums.
Okay.
Pulls it off, gauzes me up, whatever. Come back next week, or when the swelling goes down, we'll get another one on there. No big deal. Get back in the car. Face is starting to swell up a little bit. Mom, you got to get me back to the game.
Oh, dude, this is like what was that? New York Knicks? Was that Patrick Ewing when he came back out, or one of the Knicks got hurt? Yeah, and then he came back out and rallied the troops. Whatever, go on.
That was the deal. So she drives me back.
Except at St. Mary's, they're probably like, this dude came back. What an idiot!
His head is swollen. What is he doing?
He had a get out of jail free card. I went home and smoked some bud.
Scotty Smith is having a day.
Really?
Scotty Smith's having a day. The Dragons came to fight that day, buddy. We were already embarrassed by the kids with the $20,000 tuition
Jeeps.
last year.
Yeah.
Okay. You're not coming down to the apartments at Spring and Delore and gonna do that.
And they're
here.
probably like, yeah, we don't want to.
We don't want to be. We're way more scared than you are of that guy. Get me out of here. Come back, score a touchdown.
Okay,
dude, it was a great day. Freshman football, it was a great day.
Yeah.
Dragons rallied. All 15 of us beat that team of
No
75
way.
Billikens who had a legitimate. When did Matt Sinclair graduate? That's the dude. I'm almost sure.
I don't know. He was born in '82, so he may have been the year above
Was that son of a bitch playing down? They were just stacking.
Well, you could probably play B team, C team games. That's how. When we had 2 C teams at CBC for soccer, and had a B team, and you could play C or B if you were a freshman or a sophomore.
It can't be the same guy. I think he was like a. Oh fuck, man, that looks just like him.
Yeah, he went to SLU and
Linebacker
was born in
for the
'82.
Redskins.
Yeah, he played in the league. Wow. He attributed it to knocking this kid's braces off back in a game.
He hit me so hard that is a true story.
That's
Jack.
kind of a nice little instrument, though. Like,
Oh, dude, I can go tones with
You
it. We can do
should
the whole thing though.
You shouldn't. It sounds like the Clips or Remember Clips?
No. No, I don't.
Okay. All right, should we hit him with a break? What time?
It's probably that time. Yeah, let's do it. Guys, we're gonna go to commercial. When we come back, we're gonna talk about the Volstead Act.
Dang right we are.
The Volstead.
And dispensaries are getting ready to open.
Just don't expect to get a pre-roll.
Don't
expect to get a pre-roll.
And you can't transport seeds,
And
you
for the
love
love of God,
you can't transport seeds.
Smoking piece of trash.
Trash people.
Trash garbage people.
Get it out of your body.
Get it out of your body and get your body out of homeostasis.
Gosh.
All right, guys, we're going to go to commercial. We love you. Nope.
James Carlton Insurance 314-961-4800.
Handsome,
Amazing,
astonishing,
astounding,
fabulous,
incredible,
fantastical,
phenomenal,
prodigious,
stupendous,
unbelievable,
wondrous,
divine.
fantastical.
No, seriously, he's fantastical.
You got a house.
Go on and get it insured.
You got a car.
You gotta get it insured.
You got a life.
Go on and get it insured. CarltonInsurance.net.
Fantastical. Stupendous. Fantastic.
Hey, boys and girls, I'm talking about native hemp extract. That CBD.
That CBD.
Get inside of me.
Inside of me.
That CBD.
That CBD.
Sweet delicious CBD. That CBD.
That CBD.
Got the CBD. CBD native hemp. That CBD.
That CBD.
You can get it from me.
I can.
That CBD.
That CBD.
Inside of me.
Inside of me.
That CBD.
That CBD.
Get inside of me.
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 No. Inside of me.
Inside of me.
Inside of me. Native hemp extract. 1,800 milligrams of total cannabinoid goodness from Pike County, Illinois. Get yours at HoosierSophisticate.com.
I'm an outlaw, check it and see. Want a poster looking like me. Checking the swamp man for a pretty girl. Being an outlaw in an outlaw world.
Hey, I'm an outlaw, check it and see. Want a poster looking like me. Walking my hound dog, surfing that swamp. Catching crow that do the sweetly stomp. Everybody do the sweetly stomp.
It's a stomp, it's a wiggle, turn around, a little tickle. It's a stomp, move your feet, head on down to Sweet Leaf. Head on down to Sweet Leaf. Head on down to Sweet Leaf.
Dude, man, get on down to Sweet Leaf Emporium and do that Sweet Leaf stomp, man.
James Carlton. James Carlton. James Carlton. You gotta get your insurance. Gotta get that
State Farm Insurance.
You think you found the best insurance agent in the game? Well, I got news for you. I did, and it's James Carlton. State Farm. CarltonInsurance.net.
Hello, it is me, Alan. Welcome to the new era of Hoosier Sophisticate. Craig and Steve will now join you every weekday morning at 7. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. This show is the culmination of mankind's struggle to reach enlightenment. The singularity draws near. Did you know that most of the ocean's salt is the result of sperm whaleges? Most people do not know that. I'm actually surprised you didn't. Why do you think they called them sperm whales, you fucking clown idiot? That's what I'm talking about, jizz, baby. Now, welcome to the new and improved Hoosier Sophisticate Show JZZZ.
Hi. How are you, Hoosiers? I will let you know. Steve's on the phone. People don't know what we're doing here yet, and that's why we would love for you to be able to let your friends know. Just let your friends know what's going on here. We're starting our days a different way, okay? We'll give you a little, sure, we're going to give you a little bit of the news, all right? We might give you a sports update. I don't know. We'll cover the debates for a second. We'll try. We'll do our best. We're going to do our best, but more than anything, we just want you to start your day getting your mind right, believing in yourself. Look at my hat. Got all that stuff in there. Getting your mind right with a little meditation. Getting your amp going. Getting your energy up with a little motivation. Start your day with some laughs. Start your day believing in other people. Did he leave?
Is he? Where is he?
I don't know. I think he's gone. Did he leave? Did he go out of here?
Here we go. The reason I'm late to the show. Get back. He's late.
Here, Steve.
Hey, you're gonna go look for him? Okay, yeah. We had Mike in the building. I was just on the phone with Jason Long, the fella from Sweet Leaf Emporium, who's kind of helping us out with this whole damn thing, okay? What we're going to do here in Festus is we are going to have a studio where we can create art and get weird with each other. We want Ryan Watts in here because he is so creative. We want Missy and Jenna in here because they're creative. We want Jenny in here to help us paint. We want all of the people in here Scotty. We want Scotty in here. If you can paint or help or create art or want to get weird with us, that's what this is for. That's what Jason wants to help us cultivate. The Festus front is a soft open right now, but cards are going to be going crazy here, bud. People are going to have a run on cards.
I'm going to get mine this week. Get another one this week.
Awesome. We're going to shoot a video for that.
Shoot a video
show
of
everybody.
Me getting my card start to finish so that people can just see what's all about.
It's interesting because for me, simple. For some of these people, oh my God, it's like it's the first moon landing. And I get it.
How often do you and I, consult YouTube experts on something that they probably think is pretty damn simple?
Oh, 1,000,000%.
That's all we're doing.
The After Effects things I've been watching, they explain it like, oh, yeah, okay.
Catch up, would
yeah.
you?
I didn't go to school for this.
Yeah. Put this on me.
I got hit in the face with a belt by my mom. I never went back to school after that. No, but the Festus store has amazing pieces of glass in it right now. We're working on possibly having some connections with the dispensaries because it's kind of interesting that dispensaries will start selling glass now. And if you're a head shop and you didn't get a license and you've been fighting in the trenches of the drug war for years and years and years, now it's
you're gonna get squeezed out.
Sorry,
by the
we got everything.
Get out of here.
And we have Kratom here, some of the best Kratom in town.
We have to.
I did a bunch of research. 3 different veins. We learned about that from Jason.
Yes.
The green vein, white vein, red vein.
Yep.
Okay. What I understand after watching 40 minutes of people documenting their experiences with it. Kind of what I do when I first learned about DMT. I want to see people take DMT, and I want to learn what everyone says about DMT. I want all perspectives.
Absolutely.
I want every bit of knowledge about it. And once I start thinking it's good, I want to see some that are bad.
Since we can't map the DMT science, I need to hear as many anecdotal experiences.
Yes, I need to just hear it all. Let me hear every single bit of it, and let me decide what I think is right for me. That's all I ask. So I start going down the kratom wormhole, and it's a leaf, a plant. You take the leaves from it, you grind them up, and it's from the coffee family.
I'm going to hit you with a quick timeout because it plays into this.
Yes.
From the coffee family.
Sure.
On this day, 1919.
I love it. I love this.
The U.S. Senate and House of Representatives pass the Volstead Prohibition Bill. We talked about it a little bit.
Yes.
Prohibition Enforcement Bill. We talked about it a little bit a couple hours ago. This plays into kratom.
Yes.
Because it's one of the few that maybe because it's legal, we're not thinking about the necessity to make sure that the government doesn't prohibit another plant.
Yeah.
And there's scare science out there, just like there has been in every anti-drug campaign since the beginning. There's people that say people are dying from kratom.
Yeah, no.
And
didn't appear in this. It did not. From my little bit of research, it didn't seem like that was a thing. You know, it seemed like watch out, mushrooms are addictive. I remember hearing that when I was a kid, and the first time I took mushrooms and thinking, people get addicted to this? I wanted, by the time it was over, I was like, sweet, it's over. You know, Coke was a thing when I first did. I go, I can see how people get addicted to this. Mainly because in Missouri, you're getting dog shit.
Well, and
so you're like, cool.
Just
oh,
chasing
cool.
it. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Oh, cool. So there are different drugs are totally act in different ways.
No doubt.
With kratom, it's a stimulant. You can take about 2 to 3 grams is usually for it to start working. So 2 to 3 grams of powder. You mix it with water, or you can mix it with other stuff if you want. You take this powder. The white seems to be more of a stimulant for most people. Like I said, it could be like cultivars or strains and all that kind of stuff. The red appears to be more of an intoxicant, if you will.
Okay.
Kind of more have a more opioid like.
Do they all work on opioid receptors?
They all work
Not to
on
put you on the science, but
opioid. They called it something else, not vectors, but some different source of the science of how kratom works. They didn't. In the things I watched, they did not say receptors. But for people coming off opioid addiction, it was helping them feel more clear-headed, more energetic. It sounds like a natural type of Red Bull, maybe, like a little bit stronger than coffee, but people were experiencing after 5, 6, 7 grams, you experience maybe some negative effects, or it'll put you in more of a narcotic like haze.
I'm with you. Yep.
So, I mean, after watching, like I didn't do much research. I need to do more still. But from what I know of it now and people I know who have used it that I've gotten to meet from around here, I think I'm going to give it a try because it seems like maybe a little bit better option than coffee in the morning. I pound a few things of coffee, and then after the show, about 11:30, I'm crashing.
Are you?
I want to eat lunch, and I want to just rest my body for 30 minutes to an hour. I just want to rest. I don't really want to think. I want to turn my brain off. I want to just meditate for a half hour, hour, and then I'm sparked back up. But then I don't sleep very well at night. So I'm wondering if this can be something, and I'd like to try it for myself. It kind of always seemed weird. It always seemed like a weird thing to me. Like, it's kratom. I don't mess with that. I don't need that. I took it once and puked my buns off, but that can happen. Some people experience nausea. The side effects weren't that bad from what I saw. Now, you can have withdrawal from it. People said they have had withdrawal symptoms from kratom itself. So I don't know. If anyone has had experience with kratom, let us know. We heard a couple stories last night about how people with debilitating pain, kratom has changed their life.
Yeah.
And if it gets people off opioids and helps them live without pain, okay.
It has opiate and analgesic effects is what they say. Analgesic, man.
I'm gonna have my kid paint you a picture. Please do.
Listening to people that have, man, you're talking about the head shops and how they've always been on the forefront of being like, hey, it's illegal to do drugs, but we recognize that people are going to do it.
Yeah.
They were the original dance safe.
Yeah.
Right? We realize people are going to do it. We want to be able to give them the tools to do things safely, cleanly.
Yeah.
We're going to provide for a market that is immense, that is worth tens, hundreds of billions of dollars a year worldwide. That's the market that really, truly exists.
Yeah.
And we're not selling the drugs that you say are illegal. We're going to call them the tools for using, legal tobacco pipes,
concentrates,
water,
like we used
tobacco
to say
water
on the
pipes.
changing station.
But really what we're doing is we're providing people a safer way to participate in what they've already participated in. And it does grind my gears.
Here we go.
That there is this angle where now dispensaries are going to be this one-stop shop. Oh, you need the glass, we're going to squeeze out the people that have been doing this for 60 years. 60 years doing this.
Something to think about.
Making sure that and look, businesses evolve and that's fine.
For sure.
But I appreciate that in their minds, these dispensaries are coming to a head shop. Speaking to Jason, being like, hey, look, we want to get we're going to sell glass. We want to get your glass in our store.
Yeah.
We like that to
your
me.
glass, an artist from the area.
That to me is, that's kind of a gesture of good faith, right?
1,000,000%.
You're going to do it regardless. So we would like to keep you in the loop, which is kind of like a little bit like, hey, I got this piece of paper now that says that I'm the one that can sell this stuff.
Yeah.
That's a little, but that's not their fault, right? Like take that up with the government.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it is a service that most people, not most people, I shouldn't say that. A lot of people, the same people that have a hard time getting their cards now without assistance, they're so green when it comes to this being if they can go to one place and somebody can say, you need this, 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 and this, and you're all set.
Yep.
They would prefer that. They don't want to have to run around town, this place gives me this. I got to get my card over here. I'll get my product over here. A lot of these people are old. A lot of these people are, having maybe have mobility issues.
They're patients right now. They're patients right now. With the way we're in Missouri, it's a lot of people who are, I want to have cannabis. I want to have it. So here is how I get my card, and here's how I get my cannabis. And I'm going to do things how I've always done things, and maybe go to the dispensary. Sometimes that's just how I'm going to do things. And then you have people who, these are the people the head shops have been helping, who have been under all of the radar. They haven't been arrested. They haven't, none of this stuff. They were the people who went into a shop, took a chance on maybe a story they heard. I remember Rick Simpson's deal was he heard a story when he was younger about someone in Canada using cannabis as a medicine, and it always stuck with him. And that's why he decided to help create Rick Simpson oil. When right now we're at a point where it's a medicine, and the people who need to, the dispensaries have to make decisions where they're conscious choices, And reading the article with Dr. Lisa Rourke, and seeing that pre-rolls aren't going to be allowed.
It's ridiculous.
Seeing that they can't transport seeds. Seeing that they're getting gouged. The dispensaries are getting
She
gouged
apologized for seeming like she was whining. She wasn't whining.
No, she wasn't whining at all. She wasn't whining at all.
Fucking farce.
Yes, that's exactly what. And she was saying most of this is the point I was trying to get to. Most of the licenses, we know the people who have put their hearts and fucking souls into this game. And there's word that most of these licenses are not going to pass the threshold for Missouri ownership. So they'll get passed down to somebody else. Somebody else will buy the license. We'll figure it out. Bada bing, bada boom. There's obviously collusion going on. There's obviously fuckery about in the political landscape.
Without a doubt.
Of it. It's just logical to think that some of these assholes are going to set themselves up to profit when they know this product. When do you ever open a store or a thing and know that something is going to sell? You know, it's like Coca-Cola is illegal in Illinois. Oh, it's crazy in Missouri. Let's have Coca-Cola. Oh, you don't think Coca-Cola is going to sell over there? No, it's going to. Always has, always will. And people right now are just trying to make their money back and stuff. But we can use this time to support the dispensaries who are helping support, because they might have grow equipment there too. So now it's really your one-stop shop for everything. And I don't blame the dispensaries for doing that, but possibly helping out the community at large and seeing the bigger picture of what cannabis is, what cannabis has always been, the front lines of the cannabis industry, these head shops where patients had to come and get the real first knowledge. That's, to bring it back to Rick Simpson, to get the first knowledge of, I have no idea, I have no way of knowing on the internet. It's 1969. I want to expand my consciousness and figure it out. And the head shops are the one places they're like, okay, because I think the first one was Haight-Ashbury, somewhere in that area, and then it kind of spread around.
At least the first,
the one they were calling it. And I didn't realize it was a head shop. Yeah, head shop. I never thought about it until I'm like, oh, I'm thinking about it. Yeah, head shop. Yeah, everything in there. Right. Unbelievable. So it's our job as consumers here in Missouri to support the businesses we want to support and to grow your own. And to honestly,
man, there's
grow as much as
Mike
you
walked
can.
In here to get
grow
his
as much as you
Mike
can.
walked in here to get his jacket, and he's like, man, I've always loved the smell of a head shop. And I'm like, me too, buddy. Like, I've always had a natural gravitation
I hate it.
to the place that's got, you know, the cool posters on the wall and the incense,
it's awesome.
Smoke in the air.
It's
and
awesome.
Like, you know, and just everybody's
Kind
just
of a
kind of
little
everybody's just
mentality.
kind of like, hey man, glad you could make it.
Living, yeah.
Glad you could make it. And now we're at a spot like, because we did live in the times of not being able to say the word bong.
Couldn't say it.
Could get
Throw
out of
you
here.
out of here.
They're watching us
Get
and
the
listening
hell
to
out
us.
of
You
here.
cannot say the word bong. Get your shit. Get out of here. To now, we are in a place where we can literally talk about cannabis use in a space and not be, you know, criminalized for it. I've always had a pull to the people that are just kind of doing what they're doing.
Yes.
Because that's what they want to do. I ain't hurting nobody.
I love it.
Like I said, you know, some of my favorite times are sitting in the seediest biker bars, dude. Biker rallies, just people that truly live the outlaw life.
You ever been to Sturgis?
I've not gone to Sturgis.
Okay.
Went to the Rot Rally in Texas. That was the biggest rally that I've been to, which is put on by the Banditos. It's it's a huge deal. Texas State Fairgrounds.
Damn.
Bikes as far as you can see. They had Skinner played the first night. Los Lonely Boys the second night. Who was the third? I can't remember who the third night was.
That sounds like a time.
It was. I almost came home and just said, "That's it, buying a bike." And what we were doing, we were putting paint protection on Harleys. So dudes would bring their bikes up, and even if they had a custom bike or something, we would custom cut the film to put on the bikes. And this stuff's awesome. Like it's scratch resistant. If you get a little scratch on it, you take a cup of warm water, pour on it, pulls the scratch back out. Adds it's paint protection, like Expel. Really nice stuff.
Wow.
So that's what we were doing, and people would bring their brand new Harleys. Dudes would bring their brand new Harleys because they're all shined up and ready to go. We even had the matte protection, so if they had like the matte, didn't put a little gloss on their bike, anything like that. And that's what we did. And we made pretty good money, really good money over the course of 2 days. Hot work. 110 degrees in Houston or Austin. Hot.
Oh, it's in Austin?
It's in Austin. It's at State Fairgrounds.
That's cool.
Yeah. So didn't really get a chance to check out Austin because I'm on the fairgrounds the whole time. Didn't matter. Hedonism at the Texas State Fairgrounds. There's people with their big toy haulers and their trailers. And I'm just watching people that go from Just the same way that people travel with the Grateful Dead.
Yeah.
Just the same way that people, go with Fish.
Yep.
It's a traveling city where people have wares, and they're all there. Kind of a common thing kind of unites them. They had like a parade every night where everyone would just cruise the fairground.
God,
walking by, food trucks, dude. I'm with that. People that are just having a good time, man. We're here to have a good time. That one's maybe a little rowdier than maybe like a Grateful Dead or a Fish show.
Yeah,
but
people just having a good time. I stabbed a guy
right in the neck. But
I've
always had a penchant for the Outlaws. I love the outlaw life. I like, and when we had Seth Ferrani on the show, he's like, it's always important that we distinguish
LSD Kingpin.
We distinguish the difference between outlaws and criminals, right? Criminals harm other people. They hurt other people. Outlaw behavior is just you being like, I'm doing this because honestly, you don't have a right to tell me not to do this. You don't have a right to tell me not to do this. I'm a free person moving across this rock just like any of you.
This country's always been about outlaws. Well,
especially living in St. Louis. Especially living in St. Louis if you've ever driven down 44. Probably the most, like as a kid, I'm like, probably the famous person to ever be from Missouri, Jesse James. Like, we romanticized Jesse James.
Sir.
Jesse James was a Confederate Knight of the Golden Circle.
Was he?
Who was a train robber. But damn it, he was a Missourian. And
he was a bad dude.
There's lore.
Really? Yeah, I never got into Jesse James lore, but man, he's...
Actually, that kind of goes a little bit deep, too. Like, the Knights of the Golden Circle or whatever were all, like, they were the conspirators against Lincoln. They buried gold in the hills. There's some really interesting stories that kind of run about in there. But forget all of that. Guy was a train robber, right? He was famous for robbing trains.
Yeah, that's cool.
Merrimack Caverns is where he hid his loot. Outlaw. You'd call him a criminal, but he was an outlaw.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He was an outlaw.
Chicken and see, want a poster looking like me. Doing the crawl dance with a little girl. An outlaw in an outlaw world.
The plan was to go to Sturgis that year. Anyway, whatever. The outlaw life has always been for me. But you're right, though. We have always romanticized outlaws.
I'm into it.
Tombstone. Who's the best character in Tombstone? Okay, probably Doc Holliday. But for me, it's Curly Bill Brocious.
Oh.
I love me some Curly Bill. Any of those old awesome Westerns, dude.
Oh, God.
That's
guy. My favorite.
The cool guy.
That's the outlaws from the Old West. Were the epitome of cool for us,
Epitome of cool.
And our history is pretty short too, so there's always just outlaws. There's always just unjust, shitty laws, and it's time that we communicate with each other, and then that's the way we kind of circumvent them and get around them and change them and do the things we got to do, so we can do DMT and not have a fear of people being like, "Oh, it's illegal. You shouldn't be able to do that for 7 minutes."
It's just so weird. It's just
don't do that.
It's a weird thing to even think you have a say in.
So weird. Where does that come from?
It's a weird thing.
Does that come from trying to save people?
Yes. It's a God complex. It's a savior complex, but also it's people lying to you long enough to make you believe that one of the greatest problems that you face is the mania attached to drug use. Everybody that does drugs is going to go loco. And then they're going to run around the neighborhood blowing stuff up. That's like always like Reefer Madness, whatever. Like the idea behind it is like they're going to do this and they're not going to just stay to themselves and enjoy a night at home giggling at the carpet.
They can't.
They're not going to do that.
They're going to
What
kill
they're
people.
going to do, they're going to come over, they're going to eat all the food in your fridge.
Have sex with your
and
women.
Bang your wife. That's what's going to happen.
And that scared the policymakers.
Buddy, the cuckold just had not taken hold in the West.
It would have really changed things.
Would have changed the world.
Everything.
Change the world. I can be the sunlight in your universe. See? Tell me, You wouldn't be there for somebody hopped up on the devil's lettuce, knocking the back out of your wife if that wasn't.
Only if I'm playing it on acoustic.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you think you could survive in the woods, bud, for a week?
I think so.
With
First off, I just didn't
knife
eat for 14 days, so yes, I could survive in the woods for.
You had juice at your disposal.
Whoopity. I'll chew.
You have to make fire.
Chew leaves.
You can make fire.
Yeah, I can.
You can right now.
I've actually made fire with a bow and a stick, bud.
No, you have not.
Absolutely.
When?
I was a scout, homeboy.
You did that in Scouts?
Yes, sir.
You did not.
I did.
No, Boy Scouts aren't doing that kind of stuff.
100%. 100%.
That's what someone said. They spent a weekend in the woods just living off the woods. Boy Scouts is a good idea, except I may have gotten molested by them.
What is the deal, Facebook? Who's paying for
all
these ads?
in my face.
Who is paying for these ads?
Constantly.
There is one lawyer.
Is that you too?
There is one dude, Stephen Holbert too, I think, or Sean Holbert. One of the two.
It's unbelievable.
It's
Every
constantly
third
posting
thing
about the targeted advertising, like you may have been sexually abused in the Boy Scouts.
They're on me.
Click here.
On me.
Is this a law firm that was just relentlessly raped by their scout leaders? Just letting the world know. Like
I don't know.
Who is paying for the ads? We know what targeted advertising costs.
Yeah, it's not cheap.
Not cheap
at all.
It's hitting all of us multiple times a day.
How?
What's the deal? Who is doing this?
We got to be on some sort of algorithm.
I love the Scouts. I really enjoyed my time with the Scouts. Our scout leader got sick. I think had to quit on us. So
sick of you guys
for sure, for sure. And I didn't seek out a different. Scouts was convenient when I could walk across the street to the cafeteria at Resurrection and go to my scout meeting. The idea of my parents having to drive me to a scout meeting at St. Ambrose or something, like, no, that's not going to happen. Like, I've got other things.
I joined the Scouts.
I love my time in the Scouts, though.
I went to the Pinewood Derby. I lost. Told my dad this is a bunch of bull crap. He's like, you want to quit Scouts? And I'm like, dang right. And he's like, sweet. All these other dads are weirdos, and I don't want to spend any time in the woods with you. So it worked out for everybody.
We've talked about that though.
We went on camping trips
ourselves. I would love to give that experience to our children, to the Hoosier children, to whatever, where where we do get together, and you don't think that these other kids' dads are.
Oh, I'm gonna do
super fun.
I am going to do.
We can set up. We can have a fish. We've done a fishing day. It was a blast. Kids had fun.
I'm gonna do a
but
kids
also
camping
just
trip.
A little bit more survivalist, dude. One of the greatest days of my life. I'll save the story for another time. But we had camping. Our camping trips to Beaumont Park were Beaumont. Have you ever been to Beaumont?
Mm-mm.
Out in out 44, like past Pacific, like Beaumont Antire Road. You go out there. There's an immense scout camp. They got like mud.
Okay, I have heard about the scout
There's
camp.
There's also
there.
a huge scout camp down 67 SBARF, which is like that SBARF was like the big dick one. They had the big blob that you could jump on in the lake and it would launch you. Or like that was the one where like the cools went. But Beaumont was just it was
where you got touched by your scout leader and then they advertised to you on Facebook.
And then they advertised you on Facebook. That's where
God dang it.
We're getting sued by Beaumont. Anyway, we had
allegedly
a couple of my favorite times ever. I played the biggest game of Capture the Flag.
Oh, that's fun.
It was a fall jamboree camp out. So
how long were you in
cabins? I was in young and then made it through to
Cub Scout
8th grade. So I was from Cub Scouts all the way up.
Yeah, I did Cub Scout one year.
The first 2 years of Boy Scouts, I think. So 14, but right before high school, I guess.
Did you ever think about being an Eagle?
When I was young,
my dad was an Eagle.
Yeah, dude, it's a great thing to put on your resume,
dude. It is.
It's
people
better
still
than,
were
it's better than saying I was a Navy SEAL.
It was weird how much people gave him.
You put a lot of juice in
respect
Eagle Scouts.
for that. And I was like,
100%. Eagle Scout is a big dick.
Even
deal.
when you were filling out college applications, there was a whole nother page for Eagle Scouts.
Yes.
You had to go through a lot, apparently.
But
my dad went through a lot.
So the first thing, it was actually, it was like a fall jamboree, and there were, I'm gonna say, 20 different troops there camping at the same time, maybe more, probably 20. A lot of kids, probably a couple hundred kids for the whole camp. And the one night we get out there. The weather's pretty nice. We all come out of our cabins because it was cabin camping, and we all come out and we split up into like on a field that was like couple like maybe 3, 4, 5 football fields wide by maybe almost probably 10 long, almost a mile, probably a square mile,
a battleground,
square mile, call it, and 100 on 100.
Jesus.
And dude, everybody is assuming roles within this little capture the flag army. Dude's running prisons over here, like where you get captured, making sure you're not going anywhere, giving you maybe a little water. Need some water? Dude,
kicking a plate of
one of
grits,
the greatest days of my life.
That
playing
sounds
that
amazing.
Game. 200 of us, 12, 13 years old, 11, 12 years old, and just playing the biggest game of war ever. It was a giant chess. It was a giant risk game. It was, and being an athlete, like there's the place for the athletes. Those are your guys that are flanking in the darkness. They're gonna grab that flag, and if they get the chance to win the game, 100 on 100, just with greasy slick wheels, greasy slick wheels.
Oh, bud,
they're the guy. They're the dude. You got a chance to be the dude but there's also like there's a place for the brainy kid.
Yeah.
Doesn't have much athletic ability, but he's got some strategy.
Yeah, he's creating sticks into spears.
Spears.
And putting
He's
them
sharp.
down.
He's got punji pits
Yes.
for them to fall in.
Yes. Good for him. Use your ability.
There was just somebody. There was a place for everybody. It was the most fun game. Dude, the scouts offered me. There were probably 2-3 times where I had like equally fun experiences.
You scalped a kid, dude.
It's actually hanging right over there.
Yeah, I'm not leaving home without that. Yes, of course.
It's my lucky scalp.
I went to Camp Don Bosco.
Yeah, me too.
Was that anything like that?
No, but that was fun though.
Yeah. Well,
did you do the Civil War reenactment?
Are you kidding me?
Was there a crazy man with long red hair?
Yes.
Who
was way into it. Way too into it. Slamming his axe against the wall.
God dang, it's real. It's a real thing that happened to me.
It's it's PTSD.
That was one of the most compelling performances. Spoiler alert for anybody. Spoiler alert for anybody that might still go to Camp Don Bosco.
Yeah. If you're going to Camp Don Bosco, turn this off right now.
If you're here for it, if you don't plan on going there, what they did was they would break us up into families.
Yes. About 7 to 8 deep is what we were.
Yeah, which was 2 for our class.
Yeah.
We had about 17 kids in our class.
We went with 6 other schools, 5 other schools.
It was just us.
So we went with like 4 other schools, maybe 4 or 5 other schools.
I get chosen to be the dad of my family.
I bet you did.
I'm daddy. I'm just a little daddy. And we go, and I'm slick. I'm going to be real slick with this cat. I'm looking after my family. The premise here, folks, spoiler alert, is you are a family moving about the U.S., moving about Missouri.
Yeah.
During the Civil War.
Yes.
Missouri's a swing state.
Yep.
You know?
Because you run into both.
You run into both.
Yeah. And no one likes you. No one likes your family.
Nobody trusts you.
Yeah. Yep.
Nobody trusts
you. It was a good lesson because I didn't know who was the good guy or bad guy as far as they were like.
Kidding me?
They were like, figure it out. Everyone sucks here. Everyone will kill you here.
Yes.
You think they would have taken an approach like the North is trying to get you out?
No, this is not.
It's
friendly
not that
ground. I don't know who you are, and I just have to protect my family.
It's bringing back memories right now.
And so
bringing back memories.
We are met by this Union soldier,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes.
Union soldier.
Disheveled.
And he's trying to figure
because he was a stoner. He was like a hacky sack stoner.
Now
guy
that I
too.
look back, I'm like, this dude.
He was
having the most fun.
He was awesome. He got on me because he thought I killed a frog. I was like, I would never kill a frog. And he's like, dude, you don't kill a frog, man.
Yeah.
Had this whole thing.
These were kind of kids
I would
that
never.
were hip, late 90s. What's the show, bud?
Oh, Wet Hot American Summer.
Wet Hot American Summer.
It's exactly what that was.
It's
exactly what that was.
It's also like the first time for us that like boys and girls from our class were going to the same place
and
sleeping
spending the
over,
night.
taking showers and all kinds of it was the first
Swimming
time
together.
Yeah. Did they have a pool? I think we went
They went to the lake.
We went in the fall. So
I wore a pedigree shirt.
The dog food,
and everyone called me pedigree because I had a couple
dude, I had some moments like that. It's just not cool.
I had some
My first
embarrassing
day of
moments.
kickball, real bad deal.
Real embarrassing
Real bad
moments
deal.
at Don Bosco.
Yeah. So that dude. So we're moving through. The Union soldiers moved.
Yes.
Help me out here, because the Union soldier is he's found
What
this
it
family,
was
and he's going to help them.
It was Civil War days, so the whole day leading up to the night, you're doing things like
Churning butter.
Yes,
Making
woodworking, candles. And I remember there was this kid who cried every day at camp.
Yeah.
And so
stuck his hand in the wax.
We stuck our hands, Kevin Benson and I, to get a laugh out of him. We stuck our fingers in there, and we had these big fingers. Well, dude, the couple of the counselors rip us out of there and took us to Pioneer Jail. They called it Pioneer Jail and put us behind bars.
They locked you up.
They locked us up in jail. And I remember one of the dudes coming out and saying, empathizing with us, like, oh, I knew you were trying to make, because this dude wore a blues coat every day and cried every day for his parents. Cried every day.
How old was he?
6th grade. We were in 6th grade.
No.
Yeah, he was
a lot
special
of stuff
needs.
going on.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Like I, obviously at the time when we were young, they were like, yeah, throw him in school. He's good. But he had issues at home, whatever. Who knows? We just wanted to make him laugh that day. We did. They threw us in Pioneer Jail. These two gals who were just rude. Then some of the dudes were like, hey, I saw what you're doing. Get out of Pioneer Jail. You had all these bartering system. So the whole day is
They gave you money.
Yes.
They gave you
and like tasks and stuff that you could barter for and become different. You could be a banker or whatever and like do different things. All teaching you about how to live in that era.
Really
So
fun.
at night they have you in the mess hall and you're about to go traverse to move your family out of Missouri, or just you're traveling back to your home, I think is what it was. And you run along these soldiers and people who are trying to trick you into doing different things. So you'll meet someone who's like, oh, please help. Oh, well, then they say, okay, well, this bad thing happened. Now you got to do this. It was all just like a role-playing experiment. I don't even remember what the end gist of it was.
I'll give it to you. Well, or maybe the
like the actual premise, other
the
than
premise
just being,
of it was just truly living life through. So like we saw what life was like in the 1860s. We did the things throughout the day that life was like in the 1860s.
Yes.
Here were the perils.
Yes.
Of moving through Missouri in the 1860s.
They had torches lit and shit.
It was the realest thing.
And you'd walk through the woods.
Dark woods.
With darkness. Just a random torch.
And a Union soldier happens upon your family trying to figure out where your loyalty lies. He's going to help you.
Yes.
I think he's going to
He starts out good.
He starts out good, right? He's going to help you.
But he's disheveled.
But he's trying to figure out. He's shell shocked.
Yes.
He's shell shook.
Yes.
And he's trying, but so like he's asking things that are sometimes aggressive. This guy really sold the part.
He took an axe, and if you had to answer like it was the 1860s. So you spent the whole day learning these facts about 1860 to use in the story.
Yes.
So if your group couldn't come up with
and I already fancied
facts
myself
as
a history man.
So was it Virginia, or where'd you come from that battle? And you had to get it right. Otherwise, he's like, well, actually, the South has a fort there. And if you got it wrong, he was taking an axe and going, boom!
Slamming it against the cabin side.
As hard. I just remember
he got me on money because I was good, like with everything.
Oh.
And he's like, it's going to cost you some, it's going to cost you some money.
Yeah.
So it's going to cost you a U.S. dollar.
Yeah.
And I had not looked at my money at the until this point. And when I pull my money out, it's North American or North Carolina. It's North Carolina dollars.
Yeah.
It's Georgia dollars. It's Virginia dollars. And I'm just like, oh, no. In this moment, I'm frozen.
Yeah.
I've been had. Yeah. You can be as slick as you want with the trivia. I'm going to need some of that Union money. And I thought, at this point, like quick goat thinking. I'm just going to go with the northernmost state in my stack here, which happens to be Virginia.
Yeah.
Virginia's probably not the one that you would.
No.
I knew that Virginia
was
I knew that Virginia was a Confederate state.
Yeah.
I kind of had a pretty good idea. So I'm like, I'm going to have to take a shot on North Carolina.
Yeah. That's what I
North
would've
Carolina.
done. Yeah.
I'm going to have to take a shot on him. I hand that to him, and he loses his goddamn mind.
It was a Pacino-like performance from Dog Day Afternoon.
Yes.
He was losing his...
Taxi driver.
Dude.
He does it, bud. And
it stuck with me.
To this day.
This day.
And you had such a similar experience that not only was this dude doing this with passion.
Yeah.
He was doing it with passion every night out. Yeah. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what we're trying to do here.
That's what we're doing here. That's what we're doing. Hoosier Sophisticate.
We're just trying to bring you the most professional, best case us we possibly can. Hopefully it helps you out.
Sounds like regular life.
Greasy, slick wheels won't get you anywhere. Well, it's called a turn of phrase, Mike.
Greasy, slick. I like where he went with it, though.
I do too.
Wow, what a show.
I was never an Eagle Scout, but I ate a brownie once.
No,
Oldie but a goodie. I would have expected that out of Diane Russ. I would have expected that out of her.
Diane? Oh.
Elkin. Lady Di. Diane Elkin. Shout out to Diane Elkin.
Shout out to all of our fans. We appreciate you guys so much. We appreciate you guys so much. No, I really do.
No, I really do.
I really do. I cannot sound like that, but
we're
doing 3 hours a day, bud.
We're doing 3 hours a day, and gosh darn it,
killing me.
Every time we get to
killing me. Following my dreams, it's killing me.
You know what I don't remember about?
It's not killing me. It's
what
fun.
I don't remember about that thing, that Don Bosco thing.
Oh, what?
I don't remember how it ended.
You made it back to the mess hall. I remember the mess hall being the only place with
Did you guys
light.
have like a mixer at the mess hall?
Yeah.
Yep. Totally.
Yep.
Led to that. I don't know how I escaped the peril of a madman.
Oh, he chases you. Yeah. He chases you. He tells you to run out of the thing, and then you're out running. I remember thinking, I'm going to step in a hole.
I'm going to blow a wheel.
I just remember
I'm an athlete, sir.
In the corner because I was not the dad. They made me be a daughter with typhoid, which was weird. So I was sick. I was coughing the whole time. Dude, I go there, and like you're saying with the capture the flag, that's why I brought this up. We played football. I was a little athlete, man. This is my time.
If you're an athlete, that's how you make
This
the
is my
friends.
time. And I know a couple of the other kids from the other grade schools because we all have our eyes on about
You're
4 or
the same
5
team.
of the same girls who would come to our basketball games, come to our soccer games. So we all kind of knew what was up. We had a couple dimers, the other schools. So, there's like 6 schools. So you got probably 8 there that you're really trying to impress as a
Sure.
youngster, right?
Yeah.
I'm probably, if I'm going to be honest, maybe top 15 guys going there.
Fair.
Maybe top 10. Obviously top 2 in like my school, but
that's where I'm living.
Where St. Boniface was.
That's where I'm living, bud.
I'm a clubhouse guy. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
But I had wheels at that point. I was
Where I'm living.
fastest kid
Me
almost
too.
in my school at 5th grade. So I take a couple handoffs, take it to the house, boom, done. People are like, Jesus. Like I can tell the best dudes in their school are looking at me like, this is gonna be It's gonna be a long day. Kevin Benson, quarterbacking.
Yep, my guy.
Throwing. He just throw it up to me. Boom, throw it up. I would run under it before they could get to it. Boom. I'm like 4 touchdowns deep, right? And I'm like, oh, the girls are digging it, dude.
Frothy.
Frothing all over, dude. I'm just gonna have to follow the trail.
The snooch trail.
Snooch trail. I go out for I'm the running back, and we're playing in this giant parking lot.
A little swing pass.
And there's one car over here. One car. One, probably like an El Camino, old, whatever. I take this swing pass,
I juke a guy inside, go over. He two-hand touches me a little bit. Straight into, here's the bumper of the car. I do one of these where my body actually goes under the car and my face is on the bumper. So my body is sliding under the car as my neck and head are being held outside of it. People are astounded my neck is not broken. They're truly amazed I'm not broken in two. Me as well. It felt like I got just straight punched, that feeling of being punched in the face. And then I was like, where's your body going, bud? Where's your body going, bud? Keep it together. So luckily it was probably a little bit high. I get up and people are looking like that guy just died. That guy's dead. I get up, pop up, I got the ball. I got a full adrenaline rush.
Sure.
I throw the ball back to Benson and I'm like, let's hike it. You know what I mean? Whatever, let's go. Am I bleeding?
You're like, let's keep it moving.
Am
Nobody
I
focus
bleeding?
On me.
Yes.
Nobody focus
It's
on me
a
right now.
gasp. It's a silence. It's not like, I can't believe this guy's up. His spine. He should stop moving and probably brace his neck.
They should get him on a stretcher and tie him down.
So they asked me, and the counselors come over, you okay? You okay? I'm like, yeah, I think I'm fine. I have
CTE.
I think I'm fine.
In 15 years, they will tell me I have CTE.
Sure. So I go sit to the side for a while. They finish up the game. Like I said, I was having a day.
Sure.
Good long 45 minutes.
Have yourself a day.
For games end, Benson comes over and he's like, Jesus, man. What was that? And I'm like, you think I did that on purpose, man? Next day, we go through that night, whatever day, cool, whatever. People are spreading the story like this guy thought I saw a guy get paralyzed today. Kind of messed me up. So the next morning, we're doing our thing, and they're like, Bumper Boy! The dude.
You went from pedigree to Bumper Boy.
Well, the pedigree came later because they were just like, a pedigree shirt? A dog food shirt? And I was like, yeah, I didn't care. It was the same dude who I ended up going to high school with I worked him in that football game way faster now. I was just like, sorry, you're the fastest. You're the best they got.
You're in trouble.
It was like Troy. I was like, this is the best guy.
This is your champion?
This is is
your champion?
Yes. I felt great. Well, he was adamant about being like, a Bumper Boy the whole day, dude. So I was more Bumper Boy
than Pedigree.
Than I was Pedigree.
Pedigree's like, that would have been like a nickname I would have got.
Pedigree's kind of cool.
I'm the same way. When I was,
they just gave me crap about it.
I'm wearing.
Like actual bullied crap. I was like,
there was a couple of times. Yeah, where I wore like a dumb shirt.
Yeah, I was like,
and they're like,
I don't even know you guys.
Yeah, they're like, what's up, collar?
Well,
I'm like, collar?
People called you collar? No one ever did.
I'm just saying, I would have worn a Pedigree shirt and got in trouble.
Yeah, my dad got it for free. I was swimming in it.
He's a grocery guy. He's a grocery
exactly. He got it. We used to go to the dog show every year.
Absolutely.
In St. Louis, the big Westminster-esque dog show that they had in St. Louis. My dad would take me every year because he had to be there to sell pedigree dog food.
Fair.
Yeah, he was the grocer stock guy who kept that stocked up.
It's a great place to kick dogs too.
Oh man, I kicked so many dogs. How do you think I got good at soccer? No, that's where my love affair of dogs came from.
Yeah, I get that. It might not be the best place to kick them, but it's the best place to lick them. Guys, this has been
Hoosier Sophisticate morning show.
Hopefully you're starting your days a little bit different. We love
you want to play a song to end it?
We love you for being here. We love you for supporting us. We love you for maybe saying, telling your friends, hey, look, I want to start my day in a positive way. And the last few days, I've been able to do that. And I think that you're worthy of having.
Don't touch me.
I think you're worthy of having a good morning yourself. So why don't you check these weirdos out in the morning? They'll make you laugh. They'll take you on a little journey. They're going to talk.
We'll
about
make you laugh. We'll tickle your pickle.
Oh, tickle your pickle. What was that, Monday night? We were on one.
Were we trying to record something, or was that we were trying to record something? I think when you kept going with the tickle.
No, it was on the show.
That was live on the show. We did that live.
Dude, Monday night was a struggle, bud.
Was it?
I don't know. I had fun.
Yeah, no, I don't. If I had listened to any of our past shows,
we love that you're here. You really want to do a song?
Do you want to try to do that?
Oh. We'll probably get shut down, but yeah.
By us singing it?
Yeah,
You think it's going to
we're
be
that close.
so dead on?
You really want? We're a little over.
Okay, well, we'll save it.
Okay, guys.
Just know.
No,
we could do that if we wanted to. We could sing a song if we wanted to.
Tell your friends. Tell your mom.
I already told all their moms.
Oh, we love you guys.
Cowabunga.
Ninja rap.
We ain't nothing but everyday people, living our everyday lives, facing our everyday struggles. Yeah, we got different views, we come from different places, we all around different, but we choose to sit at the same table. I know what I am. Do you?
I am a Hoosier.
It's in my blood, it's in my veins,
Sophisticate.
and I ain't ever gonna change.
I am a Hoosier.
It's in my heart, it's in my soul.
Sophisticate.
I ain't afraid to let them go.
We all are Hoosiers.
And together we will stand.
Sophisticated.
Every woman, every man.
You must know.
Hey y'all, listen to this.
Well,
maybe it is. We at the Spanish Society jamming all night. If we get way too drunk, then we crashing inside. Cause we all brought a 10 and we knew this could happen when smoke's in the air and the beers are cracking. I'm playing Lorana. I'm knowing my luck is up. Lost all my money. The kids playing chuck-a-luck. I'm pretty wasted. I hope they don't kick me out. Now it's a party. Diane got her titties out. Ain't no party like a south side party. It's an upstairs, downstairs, outside party. We got Craig on the mic. Steve strumming like you can't believe. Brian on harmonica and Angie on the tambourine. When I'm throwing washers, it ain't no more Mr. Nice Guy. We all come together when it counts. Shout out to Vibe Tribe. Hey, Bobby Battlehawk, I hope you like the new song. Wait a minute. Who's that dude with the Daisy Duke song?
How? Let me hear your Battlehawk cry. It's the Bobby Battlehawk Show. Man.
Through the highs and the lows, we're the ones you wanna keep close. Through the ups and the downs, we'll be around. Hey, one more time, babe.
through the highs and the lows, we're the ones you wanna keep close. Through the ups and the downs, we'll be around. I am a Hoosier.
It's in my blood, it's in my veins.
Sophisticated.
And I ain't ever gonna change.
I am a Hoosier.
It's in my heart, it's in my soul.
Sophisticated.
I ain't afraid to let them know.
We all are Hoosiers.
And together we will stand.
Sophisticated.
Every woman, every man.
One thing must know.
Hey y'all, listen to this.
Well,
Well, maybe it is. We sharing our memes, we sharing our dreams, the drugs that we love and our favorite teams, discussing religion and politics, what we like, what we hate, and everything in between. We watching the show, Monday at 7, we might go to hell, we might go to heaven. Lord forgive me for my sin, I'm in Facebook jail again. Ain't no family like that hoe, so family tell the DJ we got a full house. No, Danny tell him turn it up, crank it up, light it up and dance a bit, then go talk to the boys about the benefits of cannabis, CBD, DMT, they know all about it, bro. Be glad to have a drink for support if you go without it though. They love to talk and love to listen about anything. No matter what's going on, they about to entertain. It don't matter where you're from, it don't matter where you've been. I heard rumors about this group, pay no attention to them. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I fit in, now it's too late. Wait, what you mean? I already drank the Kool-Aid.